comes our business. And business.
Wait for it.
Done slowed the hell down.
Man, tell me about it.
Ooh-wee.
Tell me about it.
But we here, though. You know?
We are here.
Ready to talk them good old sports.
Turn this
What's left of them?
There you go.
Football.
Let me share this.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our sharing going on right now so we can get some people to tune in. Once again, we apologize for starting late, everyone. We had to get some technical difficulties out the way. But we here. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit more.
Took us a while, but we're fine.
There we go. Once again, we are here. Sorry for the delay. All this stuff going on with networking and everything, but once again, we are here in effect.
Yup.
And we're about to go ahead and share this to your peoples right now, so y'all can go ahead and tune in. So, once again, as I said on the promo, this show is going to be ran hopefully by the people, man. Tell us your thoughts throughout the whole show. How has this pandemic affected you? What are you doing right now in which you can't watch sports? What are you doing to take over your time to not watch sports at this moment? Comment throughout the whole show. Be on Facebook. Joe, if you want to share with your peoples on your page so they can tune in and comment, let us know if they say anything. Mm-hmm. I'll check out everyone on YouTube and see what's happening. B. Baker, shouts out to you, bro.
Boy, it's real different. We ain't got them big bright ass lights here.
Right. It's a whole different vibe. But
so I can actually see.
But Joe, thank you for allowing us to be here, though.
Welcome. Happy you guys are here. Happy we got this thing to work, too.
We are in Casa Bovacante.
Yep, the Bovacani household.
We out here.
Like, for real.
Right.
We out here. Like, wow.
Yeah, so once again, for everyone watching right now, please share.
And share.
And share again.
And share one more time.
About to get
and share again.
Going. Let me turn this down. I'm going to go ahead and start my watch party, and we get more people to tune in.
Watch party?
Do that right here on my computer.
Hey, I want to shout out someone who just tuned in. Fredhead, whoever that is. Shout out to you.
Some amazing dude, man. Let's see here. Here we go.
Hold on, brother, man. That's an amazing dude right
Some amazing dude right there. There we go.
Yeah.
Player, why you hating?
This is the one moving with us. Okay, cool. I was like, what?
It's following us wherever we go.
Like, wasn't the seasick?
Let's see here. So, Stan, let everybody know how you been, what's going on with you. Put you on the spot while I get some these sharing things going on right now.
I've been in the house. I've been at home, chilling, taking advantage of this time, working on personal things. I got a project dropping in April. I'm finishing that up, so that'll be done within the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited about that. I got a job. I'm glad to say I was one of those 100,000 that just got hired at Amazon. So if you are wondering where your packages are, I can't tell you. I ain't there yet. Ask me later, and I can relay that information to you. What else have I been doing? That's about it.
How does that work? I heard Amazon's like not shipping.
Oh, no, they're not shipping things from the warehouse. What I've heard is their main goal is going to be medical equipment.
Okay.
So they're going to be shipping a lot of medical equipment via Amazon.
Got you.
And you know what that Prime, it'll be there in 2 days. 1 day if you're lucky.
Once again, shouts out to everyone who went on and tuned in.
Everybody.
Sorry that we are late to the party, but we had to get things together. But we got it now. We here. We're going to have a good time. We know we have a lot of stuff going on around the world, but we're about to have some fun with it. For the first time in a long time, I'm going to say this. The round table begins right now. What's going on in the NFL, man? So much to discuss.
Bunch of stuff.
So much. And the biggest thing of all that we had to discuss first, of course,
Nick Foles going to the Bears.
The Bears.
Championship is happening. You remember what happened when Nick went back first year? It was like, ring. It's happening.
Yeah.
That's big news. That's it. Nothing else
That's
important
the biggest news that we've heard over the last 3 days in the NFL.
Nothing else important
Nick
happened.
Foles,
really.
Super Bowl champ.
Nick Foles is going for it.
Oh, you know what? I just thought about it.
What happened?
There was some guy who people are calling like the best quarterback ever.
Teddy Bridgewater.
That's what it was.
Where did Teddy go? Teddy went
Carolina.
He's in Carolina.
Right.
Teddy Bridgewater done made the move.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Wait. This guy, he played in the AFC East as a quarterback. I think he won a couple rings.
We already said that. Nick Foles.
Not AFC East.
Right.
Right. So I think his name is Thomas Patrick Brady, something like that.
Is Patrick his middle name?
I believe.
My brother would know that right.
I believe it's like one of his names.
I'm gonna Google it.
Shouts out to Carl for sharing this post right now. Oh, Joe, can you do me a favor real quick?
What's up?
Can you go ahead and add that light right here again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel like we in a Twilight Zone. Yeah, there we go.
I entered that on too. I don't know if that worked.
Yeah. So yeah, we're doing it on the fly tonight. That's how it is. This is how we're gonna roll.
On the flizzle.
We out here in the boondocks.
The Boondocks, drinking
For
out
real,
of
for
mason
real, the
jars and
boondocks,
stuff.
y'all. But yeah, so we out there.
Fancy.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, like I said, Tom Brady, he's been with the Patriots for how many years has it been?
20.
And
20
he just announced this past Tuesday that he is taking his talents to Tampa Bay,
To South Beach.
and will play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
There we go. I knew Patrick was in there. Now I know why they just say Tom
Little
Brady.
extra with all those names.
Junior.
So people,
Share every single
please feel free throughout the whole night. Give us your thoughts about what you're going through during this downtime without having sports, and in regards to how you feel about Tom Brady not being a Patriot anymore. Will you still hate the Patriots now that Tom Brady is gone from New England?
Well, the coach is still there, and I think even though he's probably one of the greatest coaches in the NFL history, but a lot of people don't like the coach either. Belichick. Brady, though, we gotta come to the realization that he is the GOAT. Even when he was with the Patriots, it sucked, but he was amazing.
Is he?
Who else?
This season will solidify.
Well, that's what I said last week, though. I do think he's gonna go down drastically.
It was like, go.
But I don't know much about the Buccaneers. Like, I remember playing Madden back in the day, and I would like being because their jerseys were cool. But
I remember Warwick Dunn.
Or like Warren Sapp. Was that someone, Warren Sapp?
And Warren Sapp and Rondé Barber? Or was it Tiki?
Tiki, right?
No, Rondé played for the Buccaneers.
Oh,
Tiki
okay.
played for the Giants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like I
And then
said,
who
I
else?
don't know much.
Jameis Winston. And how could we ever forget Fitzmagic?
Uh-oh. We got a phone call. Hold on real quick, brother.
We got a phone call from who? Oh, dear Lord. No, here comes the phone call.
All right, so we have on the line right now. He was
On the line.
he was a part of the show initially. The reason why we're here right now because of this dude, my former tag team duo. We got Sadal. Sadal, how you doing, brother?
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Sorry for the delay, man. We had to do some technical difficulties, but we here. We're gonna have a good time.
I know y'all wasn't gonna let me call into the show because I had to celebrate. Man, I had to bust out the yak and the miles like my Uncle Shay because this is the end of the dynasty, man.
Nah, brother, the end of the dynasty is when they lost to the Titans in the playoffs.
No, but this is the official of the dynasty right here. Tom Brady is gone. I am celebrating right now.
Tell us how you really feel.
It sounds like
Pouring one
he
out.
really opened that bottle of yak.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he probably like us. He just ain't saying it right now. He got this got what the steel house. whiskey going on here.
Celebrating.
And we got some Stillhouse, America's finest apple crisp whiskey going on right now. We living the life out here in the boondocks.
In the boondocks.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man.
We drinking whiskey out of paper bottles.
Shout out to B Baker. He joined us. So B, you already know. Comment the whole 9. Probably comment on YouTube or something. I'll catch it and we'll bring your comments to life on the show. But yeah, man. So Sadar, what else going on in regards to? I asked everybody earlier with Tom Brady not being on the Patriots anymore. Will that team still be relevant, and will you still be, or will they still be one of the hated teams in the NFL?
Well, I think just because traditionally, you know, they've been on top, you know, cheating for 20 years. Yeah, people are going to still hate them. They're gonna just enjoy their downfall right now. They're still going to hate the Patriots, just the thing. And so I know I am. Because you know we just want to see new teams and new players emerge. You know all we've heard for the past 20 years is Tom Brady, the Patriots, Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
The third thing that needs to happen is the Belichick needs to retire. We're gonna still hate him. Then that'll end the whole thing officially.
Like I said, I don't know much.
But I think, but seriously, you know I don't really see the Patriots really competing like this anymore because, you know, who's the backup? You got Cody Kessler. I mean that's pretty much
laughing. But I mean, all right, so you know New England, especially Belichick, they are known to do shrewd moves when you least expect it. So word was that once Tom Brady decided he's not coming back, that they already had something already in the works. They just haven't brought it out yet. What can you see New England doing to, you know, offset losing Tom Brady?
Getting Cam Newton.
Well, first of all, they don't have a lot of cap space. So it's really not anything they could do. They have to move some players. But who can they really move? I mean, they a lot of the players have left. You got a couple of defensive parts that went to other teams. I think a couple went to the Detroit Lions over there to work with their former defensive coach. So there's not really much you can do. You can try to probably switch around in the draft and try to get some diamonds in the rough, but I mean, there's not really much you can do, especially a quarterback. They would have to have a big leap to get some of the elite quarterbacks in this draft, unless they try to make a move to try to get a Lawrence that comes out next year out of Clemson. But I mean, they gotta really make some moves to really do something drastic for them to stay on top. Because besides Brady, who do they really have that was a playmaker that was going to change the game for the Patriots anyway?
Yeah, and the one that you did have, like the Edelman, he's always hurt.
Gronk's gone.
Gronk's gone.
I think I heard, though, on 101 today, maybe? Is it the Patriots? They have, like, 7 picks in the first, like, 4
Oh, yeah,
rounds.
they have hella picks, so they were preparing themselves to, you know.
To lose them.
Right, do some things. And then, how many times have you seen the Patriots trade up and, you know, to get that one piece? Could they make a move for a guy like Tua?
Yeah.
Could they make a move to try to get the number 1 spot and get Joe Burrow? You know what I'm saying? The Patriots are that shrewd to find a way to get that guy that they need.
They're that team that's like, that reminds me of the Dodgers.
Right.
They got all the money in the world. They win, but they still somehow get some talent.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, some way.
Shouts out to Alice Williams. She's watching right now. And let me see if I can get this volume away. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can pull her up on my other screen
You're
here.
making rookie mistakes, brother.
But yeah, she's watching the show right now. Shouts out to her. She had a comment, but I can't pull it up without having the audio going. So let me see if I can get that together real quick, so we can get her comments on here. duplicate this here, and once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. And let's see here. Leave this page and go right to mine. And see, here we go.
And there's some other news in the NFL. There's a lot of moving and shaking. Did you see what happened in Houston?
Yes. In regards to how Arizona traded David Johnson and a 4th round pick to Houston for one of the best wide receivers in the game, in DeAndre Hopkins and a bag of nickels. It's crazy how Houston made that move. And then a lot of people are saying, okay, you know what? It's time to fire Bill O'Brien.
They want Bill O'Brien's head on a stick right now in Houston.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because they were in contention. Hoskins really put them in a position to make some plays down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they gave Watson some option out there to throw to. You know, Kenny Stills is all right, and then what's the other guy's name? The other wide receiver.
Golly, I can't think of his name right now, but I got who you're talking about though.
Yeah, so I mean,
I got you.
Unless they try to get somebody like a C.D. Lamb in the draft, but I mean, they had one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league. So
I'm pretty sure you're with the masses that it's time for Bill O'Brien to go ahead and go.
Yeah, because first of all, he is a mediocre at best as a coach, and he absolutely sucks as a GM.
Mm.
And then word is, the way he acts in the locker room, he tries to act like his predecessor, you know, Belichick. You know, he worked under Belichick. He thinks he's the next Belichick, and he really isn't.
Mm.
And so he has this attitude with his players that he can't really get along, and that's why Hopkins left, because they just couldn't get along, you know. And if you look what Watson had to say about him, he said he was a leader and a great player for them. So it wasn't a character. He's not in trouble with the law. I mean, you don't really see him. I don't know what he did, other than O'Brien didn't like him.
And then you follow up. Then you hear the story that he had conversations with DeAndre Hopkins, comparing him. Or he said, what did he say? The last time I had a conversation like this, I spoke with Aaron Hernandez. And then,
oh God, I remember I heard that. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Right. And then to say that he didn't like how Hopkins always had his baby mamas around the facility.
See, you know, that's the kind of stuff I hate to say it. It's teetering on that R word. It's teetering on that R word.
Rizzuto.
Rich.
Teetering on that R word. Arithmetic.
So no, but hey, listen. On the flip side, Arizona. Oh my Lord.
Yes.
They man. First of all, you got Hopkins. Then you got Murray, the young kid out there, second year coming in.
Right.
With the veteran Larry Fitzgerald to kind of, you know, guide the youngsters along. Hey, you talk about the quarterbacks that emerged last year?
Mm-hmm.
Murray could emerge next year.
Yeah.
Because that he has.
And then think about how much Hopkins can learn even more from being around Larry Fitzgerald.
Absolutely, a future Hall of Famer.
Yep. Joe, do you follow a certain team in football or like a certain team?
I try to like. Titans are close, so I try to, you know, look in at them, and then Chiefs are close, obviously, and then with my whole Houston obsession, I'm upset they got rid of what's his name, Hopkins. Like that, you know, that sucks, but What do you do? I'm not a huge football fan, but like I said,
I'm upset they got rid of. Oh damn, what's his name?
What's his name?
But no, like I'm just not a big football fan. Like he's good, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But who do they get for him? David, what's his last name?
David Washington, a guy that's been hurt for the last
I don't
couple
know why I
years.
thought it was David Johnson.
No, I'm sorry, David Johnson. You're right.
Wait, I'm like, who's? I was like, I thought for sure. All right, I just know because.
My bad, David Johnson.
Okay, David Johnson.
He was
he's
relevant
good,
back
too.
then, but he got hurt a lot. So now his
Yeah.
last name was Washington.
Anyways, David Johnson.
Aw,
Like,
damn.
saying get at me when over here Fred's dropping names of nobodies.
Right.
Anyways,
Do you
like I
watch sports,
said,
friend? No.
I'm not really big into football. When it's on, Brendan has the red zone going on Sundays. I'll watch that, whatnot. It's interesting. Watching the playoffs is really fun and entertaining. But I mean, I don't really, keep in touch with it really. I'll do a football league here and there just because it's fun, but I'm not really that into it.
So one of our top followers, Miss Alice Williams, shouts out to her. She says, "I remember when Joe Montana went to Arizona. He was still good, but without the receivers and the O-line he had at San Fran, he didn't have the same success." And now I'm not sure he went to Arizona. I know he went to Kansas City Chiefs though.
Yeah.
So she may have gotten the teams mixed up. I know he went to the Chiefs. I'm not sure about Arizona.
You're real red. We got the team colors right.
Mm-hmm. And then she says, in regards to the whole Amazon thing, they are shipping from their warehouses, but only things that are in stock.
Yep.
But for restocking, they are prioritizing medical supplies. They won't feel fulfilled by Amazon orders that ship from outside suppliers through their warehouses. Yep. So it's crazy. I plan on ordering something for our show.
You ain't getting it unless it's in the warehouse.
It ain't happening now.
You ain't getting it unless it's in the warehouse, brother.
It ain't happening now.
Is it in the warehouse?
Nah.
Yeah, I did it.
Well, you know what? I don't know. I truly don't know. But I can't worry about that right now.
Nah, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. So just got to keep on going with the show or with the flow and make it happen. But once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Yep.
We live in the Boondocks tonight. Shouts out to Joe and for Brandon for allowing us to be here and have another wonderful show. Sorry we started off late due to technical difficulties. But once again, we're here.
Rona didn't want us being great. Did he
Right.
get another one?
No, it's the replay,
The replay
of the
of-
replay.
a replay.
It's the replay of the replay.
No, this is another game.
That's the same one,
No,
but
it's the same
it's the
one.
replay again.
Yeah, they're just doing
Oh,
replay.
here,
replay.
Yeah, Fox Sports trying to fool us.
It's
and
baseball.
Sadal, what are your thoughts on Nick Foles going to the Bears? I personally feel, and B. Baker and Stanfield is different. Maybe they may change their mind later on, but what are your thoughts on Nick Foles going to the Chicago Bears?
Lord have mercy on those Bears fans with dealing with Mitch Trubisky.
Right.
Foles could help them out, man, and could throw them a lifeline because they just need somebody. Because Trubisky was dead in the water when he got drafted.
Yo.
I remember when the night he got
The
drafted.
booze.
You go back and look at the tape,
They were pissed.
and there's this one brother when they called out Trubisky's name, he just looked at the TV like, "Dude, you serious? For real?" Trubisky. It was hilarious.
Hey,
And he disappointed too. So hopefully Foles can help the team,
honestly, I know Smooth had a different view on it. I believe that Nick Foles is exactly what the Chicago Bears need. I really can't think of anybody on the team with a veteran presence who's old enough to understand the game, honestly, and who's been around the league literally a few times. I'm pretty sure Nick Foles, by the time it's all said and done, could potentially play for every team in the NFL. I feel like when it's all said and done, I feel like he could do it. How many teams has he played with now? 4?
There's a lot of them.
He Jaguars, Rams,
Eagles.
Eagles. There was another team. God, who did he play with? There was another team that he played with. Eagles, Jags, Rams.
Was it Vikings?
Was it Vikings?
I think it was the Vikings.
for like half a season.
Something like I think it was the Vikings. And
You never seen a case in them.
if I'm right, you take back that Hawkins joke.
Uh-oh. We betting. Only on the platform Sports Talk Show.
Well, you know, it's the magic of the internet. You can look it up.
But my thing is, overall, the reason why I feel it was a bad move is that, like Stan brought up earlier, and also was that used it all, about them having Trubisky already. Like, before then, they would depend on people like Rex Grossman. I just feel like someone like Cam Newton would be someone that would represent Chicago. You know how Chicago is known for that hard, gritty, you know, go all out, you know, get the crowd hyped, stuff like that. The Bears need someone like that, someone with some flair, with some swag, you know, playing in them kind of conditions. I don't think Nick Foles is suited for the pressures of playing in the town of Chicago.
Wait, listen.
What
He
pressure?
played for the Eagles. What? He played for the Eagles, which they had similar weather conditions
Exactly.
and similar fan bases.
And their fans are crap.
And he won the Super Bowl.
I mean, but
Won the whole
but he didn't
damn
play the
thing.
whole full season that year.
That's true. And then on the flip side, you mentioned somebody like Cam Newton. That's great if Cam Newton was healthy. He's been having foot problems for the past 2 years. So, helping Cam Newton, I would agree. But now, I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
who would be a good fit for you if Cam does not leave from Carolina? I mean, if he leaves from Carolina, what team would be a good fit for you? Do you
Going to
think?
New England.
For Cam Newton?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, I would have said the Bears. I mean, they got Trubisky. So, I mean, if Cam can't play, you have someone there. Maybe somebody like San Diego. You know, maybe San Diego.
That's
can
a
see
good
that.
one. That's a
You
good
know,
one.
they already got some pieces right there. They just need a decent quarterback.
And Tom didn't go.
Everybody thought he would.
Right. I had a
So-
whole bro, you're tripping. If he would have went to L.A., but I can't do that now.
Hey, Joe, what team did you say Nick Foles play for?
Was it the Vikings?
No.
You know,
Who was it though?
and you know, with the Chargers, they're suffering with their fan base. They need like a face or something to bring some excitement to their team.
Wait, so
Because-
you mean Tyrod Taylor ain't that face?
No.
Tyrod's another one.
So
What, man?
Yep, he gonna be the
they
starter.
need somebody. They need somebody that has
Chargers
some
are
kind of
fine.
name recognition in LA because they're opening up this new stadium.
Right.
The Rams already don't like the Chargers anyway, their ownership, because they're not pulling their end of the bargain with this stadium. This stadium gonna be half full. You know what? Even if they drop all of the bans and restrictions of crowds, that's not gonna help them. And opening day, it's still gonna look like it's a restriction. I thought they dropped the coronavirus thing.
And then,
You know what I mean?
and then to speaking about the LA teams, the other LA team, the Rams, they just let go of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Corey Littleton,
Listen.
he's gone. Michael Brockers, he's gone.
Dante Fowler.
Dante
today.
Fowler, he's gone. I mean, it's like what? And then now they're talking about Todd Gurley is on the trade block. So what are the Rams doing?
And their new logo's trash.
Oh, yeah, that new logo is
Like
trash.
the Chargers.
Right. So what's going on in LA?
Who was that first guy you said that left?
Corey Littleton.
Yeah, Corey Littleton, the linebacker.
Wow.
Probably
What?
their best linebacker.
Why didn't they sign him?
Cap casualties, I think.
Dang.
Cap
the
casualties.
I hate
Super
to
Bowl
say it,
year
man,
killed
they
us.
might be rebuilding, man.
Hey, and like what
So they
Stan
let
said,
go of Wade Phillips.
they went in, they went for the whole thing last season or 2 years ago, and came up way short. and that was it.
Usually, when teams lose the Super Bowl in the next couple of years, and they don't make it immediately back, close or to the Super Bowl, they usually start rebuilding. If you just go look back in history of all the Super Bowl losers, you can kind of see them like not making it back, them rebuilding, starting over again. And hey, you talk about Todd Gurley. Man, I don't know if Todd Gurley has it, man.
I don't think he does anymore, or not. You can't have him be the everyday, back.
He doesn't have the same flair that he had in Georgia.
Or excuse me, every down back.
Right, every down back. And see, when he played in Georgia, he was the every down back.
Right.
He was the work.
And he always had bad knees too.
Yeah, and he's got that. He just signed that massive running back deal.
Right.
Man. And then then they gave up all of their draft picks to get Jalen Ramsey last year.
Right.
So they really don't have any draft picks to really recoup some of these guys. I don't know what they're gonna do, man.
Yeah, all the draft picks. Their first draft pick is the second round.
Second round.
Their first draft pick is going to be the 52nd pick.
Wow.
It's crazy. Cowboys re-signed Amari Cooper.
And Jason Witten is gone.
Jason Witten gone to the Raiders.
And they franchise tagged Dak.
Right.
That's about to be.
Hey, if you're Dak Prescott and you see Amari Cooper sign the deal before.
The disrespect to this man.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Outside of I just forgot his name. Quarterback. No, he does commentary.
Tony Romo?
No. Been doing commentary for a while. For a long while.
I'm trying to think.
Forgot his Channel 2. Not Channel 2. Fox.
Troy Aikman.
Yes. Wasn't he the last one to get respected as a quarterback?
You say pretty much.
That a quarterback hasn't been respected in Dallas since Troy Aikman.
So you saying Dak Prescott is not respected as a quarterback
In Dallas.
in Dallas?
I mean, it's a yes and no answer, because yes, I'm saying that, but then I'm not just saying it's just him. You can fill in the blank of quarterback names in their Dallas tenure. There's no respect. Tony Romo.
He's the best one. I think he's better than Tony Romo.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's not better than Tony Romo. I'm just saying quarterbacks in Dallas don't get along. Dallas pays for every position except for the quarterback. In a league where it's quarterback heavy, Dallas is like,
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. They really don't respect quarterbacks. Except for, I mean,
congrats, you're right, Stan.
Aikman been the only one, huh?
I think you're probably right.
And even then, I don't even know if they let Aikman in the building without a special clearance or something. Be like, who are you? Troy Aikman. Like, sorry, no quarterbacks allowed.
Because even back then when Troy Aikman was playing, they gave more respect to Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
And all of those stars, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, all of these other guys getting these, Ed Irvin, all these other guys getting really the respect. And then Aikman is like the afterthought.
It's like Dallas is like the Cowboy Hall of Fame probably has two quarterbacks in there if Tony Romo's in there.
Roger Staubach is probably the quarterback that has the most respect.
Who?
Roger Staubach.
Roger Staubach.
And that's taking it back.
You're getting stuff I don't know.
That's taking it back.
I was like, who?
Yeah, that's before all of our times, man.
That's back in the Houston Oilers days.
That's the 70s, man.
Hey, but check this out real quick before we continue on. I want to show appreciation to Joe.
Yes.
Stan doesn't know about it. B Baker didn't know about it.
I figured it out. I think.
But
I think Unlimited ruined it for you.
Yeah, there it is. But Joe, we just want to show appreciation for you always being being a top fan, being a citizen, a native for
You've been nativized
for the platform Sports Talk Show.
She's
She's a part of our show every other Wednesday with Joe Knows. Coach talk about baseball.
It's going to be every week with baseball.
Exactly. Well, once it comes back. But with baseball and hockey. So, Joe, thank you for everything. This is for you.
Thank you.
I know
what
how
in the hood Christmas gift.
I know how big of a
black bag
of a Houston Astros fan you are.
This is about to be like an asterisk chip.
Check it out. Check it out.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Ooh, it's orange. I love it. Oh,
And then-
snap.
see, so you got
Oh,
the
on there.
orange. Oh yeah, everybody see you got the orange hoodie with the turn around with the black
I'm about to wear this to work tomorrow.
the black font for her Houston Astros.
Astros, baby, let's go.
There we go.
You ain't want to put that
I
shade
got-
of blue
I
in there.
got Fred B. Baker, Stanton, Spaces.
Hell yeah.
There we go. So yeah, once
I
again,
love it.
thank you for
Well,
all
you've
that
got
you have
their
done for the
faces.
show.
You've got my face
Hey,
and wait.
you know
I
what?
look
I'm
forward
on the
to every
phone.
Wednesday.
Say what's
I'm on
up?
the phone. Yeah, I couldn't hear you clearly. Did you say the asterisk?
Oh, damn.
It's
It's all good.
Damn.
You know, it sounds like Sadal said the assholes.
No, I didn't say that.
It's all good. You don't want
I don't know.
this whole virus thing. It's like
I'm on the phone, so I don't know. I can't hear clearly.
this virus came at a good time for Astros fans.
Did it
Just
really?
saying, just saying.
Did it
Hey,
really?
I haven't been on Twitter, but I haven't heard anything about the Astros since this very second. So
Oh, but let me tell you
so
So
something.
you're saying it's a blessing, huh?
it's a blessing. In
It's a blessing that this
It's gonna
happened.
start when it comes back.
Coronavirus? This coronavirus is your saving grace for all Astros fans and beloved
For now.
for getting them bean balls thrown at your players.
It's gonna happen. Oh well.
Oh yeah,
But
they gonna get
on base
beamed, boy.
percentage. Just
That's
saying.
the only good thing coming out
On
of
base
that.
percentage, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I have an interesting what if
They aiming
in
for
regards to your
knees.
Astros. So, Sadal, how have you been surviving? Now I know that you are busy with your investor business,
Surviving
but
the Rona.
overall, how have you been holding on without having sports to watch?
You know, I just been watching like old documentaries on sports and stuff, you know, and trying to catch up on different things. ESPN Plus is a saving grace for me because it's got all of the 30 for 30s and you know they got the celebration of college football and watching that. But
Because
man, that's how I've really been
I heard-
surviving.
I heard Michelle Spallman talk about maybe like a 10-part Michael Jordan thing.
Oh, yes,
on.
coming.
Hopefully, like during this whole situation.
Yes,
I don't know if I want to watch that.
I
might
can't
not
wait.
Like Mike after that.
I
Like,
can't
he
wait.
did what?
yeah, because I think the plan was to like have it debut in like June or July, but because of the Rona, that it may be going on very soon, sooner than we think.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. So in regards to the overall effect, once again, we can't watch any sports for the time being.
Yes, we can. Go
Uh,
watch it right now.
Live sports, should I say? See,
yes, we
see,
can.
you know, but Stan, he's
We're
very
watching the same game
he's very
twice.
literal.
We could
right
we
now.
could watch live sports.
But
Somebody got a backyard hoop set up a live stream.
it won't be on ESPN though.
We got Jason versus Colin in the alley off.
With all due respect, I don't think that nobody wants to see us hoop, man.
I ain't say us. Hold on now.
All right, so news today in college is that people were trying to like put a petition in to have seniors to play for a fifth year and stuff like that. NCAA pretty much is saying it may not happen. And at first I was a proponent. Well, yeah, I was going for them doing it. But then I heard someone on ESPN radio talk about it, and it made sense. So let's say you have like 4 seniors on the team, and you already recruited like 4 or 5 freshmen to take over those spots. If you have that 5th year, you're gonna be in a freaking log jam Because then you're trying to accommodate the returning seniors if they decide to, stay in the NCAA and try to bring in those replacement freshmen or transfers to take their spot. So you're going to have an issue with the roster configuration. So it's unfortunate for college seniors, for high school seniors who finally made to that, maybe to the dance or the state championship, because, here they finally closed things to cancel everything for high school sports. They were like the last state to do that,
A lot of these kids, like, making it to March Madness and whatnot, like, that's making it to the NBA for them. All these guys aren't going to go, so I get that. It sucks, but I also don't agree with them staying back and then taking the spotlight of the new seniors. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, at first I was like, oh, yeah, they should go ahead and do a fifth year, give them that right to reach for that championship goal again. But it is one of those things that it's not anyone's, it's not anyone's fault. You know what I'm saying?
Lose, really. I mean, there's nothing they could do about it.
Dang on bats.
It's nothing you can do about it, so it's unfortunate. Then the NBA, of course, you heard the other day, Kevin Durant, he caught the virus. And you all know about Rudy Gobert. He was like idiot of the week. We had the breaking news during the show.
Yep.
And what they did was, of course, they had to test OKC Thunder guys. And then they had to look back of the last few teams that Utah played against and told those teams to be, possibly in isolation for testing. Then after Durant says that he had it, guess what the last team was that the Nets played before the stoppage? It was the Lakers. And then you got all those teams before that. So they probably just sent out a memo to all those previous teams over the last week or two.
Yeah, to get checked.
So, like, that'd be nothing good, what if? But, like, what if, like, LeBron James all of a sudden has the virus? You know what I'm saying? This is how crazy it is.
Now, because there's no sports, just get healthy and whatnot.
But it's just so amazing how the effect on on this virus is having on sports and how it can further delay to the point that if this continues to spread as it is right now, it's going to be very tough to see a finish to the NBA season.
Did you say LeBron James has it?
No, I was saying that it's very possible that he could because Brooklyn Nets last played against the Lakers.
Gotcha. Man.
So it's very possible that, the Lakers team could have it, whatever.
Yeah, it really puts a question because they wanted to wait it out to see if they could restart it. But man, if you got several teams and players that have this coronavirus, I mean, it'd be impossible to try to restart something that you don't really have a good handle on who has and who doesn't.
All I'm saying is LeBron need to go ahead, hit up Bugs and them. Space Jam is real. It's happening. We done already seen this play out on Space Jam. We know what got to be done. We know what we got to do.
Face the monsters.
You don't remember on Space Jam? They were like, oh, man, what's going on? They shut the league down. They closed the locker rooms. The players wasn't playing.
Hey, Stan, man, that's a movie, right?
Yeah, just like all them people that thought that the only help we had was Osmosis Jones. All right, Sadar, I'll pull it up. Like, cause you was on
we need sports, man.
Yeah, we do. It's crazy times right now. Once again, for those watching, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. We out here in the Boondocks, having a great time here. A great setup, a great backdrop, as y'all can see right now. Shouts out. She transformed.
Look good with my Astros jersey.
She rocking the orange. She rocking the orange.
Cozy,
there she is.
It's cozy.
Ain't it?
Once again, shouts out to the woke brand.
Ain't it? It's a good quality.
I like it. Like I said, we'll rep this at work tomorrow.
There we
It's
go.
alpaca.
And hopefully my last day at work.
Right.
Well, at the building.
Right. Here we go. Yeah, man. So this has been a great show. Sadal, anything else going on your way, man?
No, I don't have anything else, man. But I'm gonna let you all go, man, and let you all finish the show, man. I really just wanted to celebrate this special occasion of the Patriots dynasty.
Bye, Brady.
Especially Giants and Tom Brady, his old ass shit right on down to Tampa Bay to retire.
Would retirement be Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, in beautiful Tampa,
I
Florida.
don't know. It's Florida. That's where people go to retire. Old people.
Yes, in Florida. Yes.
Yeah,
hey.
he'll play a season or two, whatever. It's crazy how his last pass for
Was an
the Patriots ever was an interception of all things.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
In the playoffs where he dominates all the time, you know.
Right.
To who was it? The Titans.
How many rings can I get? Well, you can pick 6.
So yeah. So speaking of which, you bought the Titans. What was your thoughts on their run in the NFL playoffs this past season?
I thought it was exciting. And like I said, I'm not super big into football, but it's just they're closer to town. I've been to Nashville. It's kind of cool seeing all. Like, it's huge down there. When we were there, the Ravens were in town. So they were just like Ravens fans on floats all over the place, just driving around.
Was that the game?
Huh?
Wait, no, that Ravens game wasn't in.
No,
Well, this was like 2 years ago
Yeah,
when
okay.
we went, but it was just like a normal. That's like why I was excited about the Battle Hawks and whatnot, and just having some type of. Because like football fans are just a different breed. I feel like, and I don't know, it was just exciting to watch or whatever. But I like Mariota, but he got traded, didn't he?
He went to the Raiders.
Yeah,
he did.
And I like Mariota. I know he didn't really play much last year, but I liked him. So
Sadal, with you being a season ticket holder, what were your thoughts when you found out about the cancellation of the season, and what has the organization done for you being a season ticket holder?
Well, first of all, I'm a football fan first, so I mean, we just lost our NFL team, and I miss going to live football games. You know, the St. Louis Slam has a great product.
Yes, they do.
That they put on the field, and it's enjoyable. But I wanted to check out the XFL, and they didn't disappoint. You know, I mean, the atmosphere was amazing in that building. That buzz was just like back in the Greatest Show on Turf days. I mean, the stadium was loud. It was energetic. People were really excited about the team. And it's just a good fan experience there. They had like different specialty chants, you know, for the team and everything. So I'm definitely going to get season tickets next year, and I'm going to look. I think they're going to either give us money back or credits for next year. I'm definitely going to jump on that and get season tickets next year, 2021.
do we know if it's gonna be a thing next year?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I
They
just
already
didn't know because
announced
we
that.
only played like 3 or 4 weeks.
yeah,
so-
They have, I believe they have the
got
TV
enough
rights for
money
3 years.
Okay, cool. So like, because I saw on Instagram all the Battlehawks tweets or whatever, like saying like, "Thank you, St. Louis." Kind of like a emotional buy, so I don't know how that works with the XFL. Do we bring in the same team next year, or can they get drafted by the NFL now, like, or picked up? Probably not drafted. I don't know how that works.
Now, the XFL did put out a release saying that the NFL can, get at any XFL player, and any XFL player want to sign, they're free to do so. So
Okay.
they don't hold anything against them moving on. So with that being
That's the only
said,
thing.
do you see
have,
someone like Jordan Tamu going to the NFL, Sadal, or should he stay in XFL for another season?
Well, one person, I think our cornerback, he actually on his senior season to play for the XFL. So he's actually going to be in the draft.
Okay.
His name is Robinson. So he's actually going to be in the draft. The other guy, I can very well see some of these stars actually making an NFL roster, which that's for our team. We got some great players.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good for them. Matter of fact, Marquette King, my favorite player, punter,
Yeah.
he's actually making a move back to the NFL where he first started. So yeah, I can see it. And for us, it could mean we could take a dip in talent, but it's good for them though.
Well, I think even just me and my husband would watch not just the Battlehawks, but we're just excited for another football league. And so all the teams, I feel like they had some decent talent. I feel like they could be playing in the NFL. So I don't know how that works. Like, would it be like would the XFL have another draft?
I'm not sure.
It's definitely exciting football all the way around, not just
The punter was exciting to watch. I never thought I'd get excited to watch a punter, but he was like, if he tried punting and they block it or whatever, like get excited,
Yeah.
like or not block it, but like hit his leg. He gets so jacked, like it was fun to watch.
And especially anytime they kicked it inside a 10-yard line, he had some kind of celebration or something like that. So
Yeah, it was cool, and I was so shocked. Like our first home game, like he said, there was all these different chants. Like everyone was on the same page. I was like kind of mind blown by that because we haven't had football in St. Louis in a long time. So I don't know, it was really cool. It was exciting to watch. We were trying to get tickets for the LA game, but obviously that can't happen now. So
Sadal, give us for the people who aren't too keen on trying to follow the XFL or support in regards to locally the Battlehawks, what are they missing out on, and what's something that they should look forward to in the future?
It's just like I said, it's just a great experience. It's a chance to see professional football in your city. If you don't go and see the St. Louis Slam, come out to Battlehawks games, and it's also affordable. A lot of the knock on the NFL when it was here, it was just too expensive to go to games. It's very affordable for a family to take their kids and bring everybody out to a football game and experience that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would support, definitely.
All right, man. Well, thanks for definitely calling in, and it's good to hear your voice again, being part of the Sports Talk Show, brother. And once again, like I said before, thank you for everything that you've done for this show.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully if sports starts back, I want to sit in that one of those seats again.
There it is. And that is Sadal.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, bro.
All right, now. All right, y'all. So that was Sadal. Once again, the originator on the platform Sports Talk Show. Shouts out to T-Bone Funk. He shared our post. Hope all is well with you out there in Orlando, Florida. Let us know, man, them vibes out there with the virus and whatnot out there, T-Bone, and how things been going with you and your upcoming project that you got going on as well.
Was Sadal the guy that was in that video with you the first time, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Your old school video.
The old school video, we had some stools, we had some microphones with the microphone.
Lord Jesus.
The elbow microphone stands, the little small little web camera.
So whenever you guys, there won't be sports probably, but when you guys have your 3-year anniversary, is he gonna be on the show?
We're gonna see if he can make it.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna see if he can make it. We're gonna have a slew of guests. That'll be in 2 weeks. It's going down. We'll provide further information very soon. It's gonna be very dope. Got a nice lineup of guests who plans on coming out. Hopefully, everybody still sticks the same. And we're gonna have a good time with it.
Oh yeah, that was that pitch.
Yeah.
It's funny we talk about the XFL and the Battlehawks. Bleacher Report, actually Bleacher Report Gridiron, just highlighted Kenny Robinson Jr. of the STL Battlehawks. They just did a whole highlight of him on their Bleacher Report page. Dope story, man. He was ruled academically ineligible in his sophomore year at West Virginia, and he was trying to enter the transfer portal, but his mother got diagnosed with cancer. So he decided to join the XFL just to make some money. He had college eligibility remaining, which made him the first player to sign in the XFL with it remaining. And he was one short of the league lead in interceptions. He had 2 in 5 games, and he also had 21 tackles. And so if he does declare and if he gets drafted, he'll make history.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Got some more breaking news. WrestleMania 36 will be a 2-night event. And it will be hosted by none other but Rob Gronkowski.
Oh my gosh, I could totally see his clown.
The Gronk.
He's such a clown.
And of course, as of right now, it's going to be on April the 4th and the 5th. And it will still be at the Performance Center in front of no people. But Rob,
I feel like
hold on,
Gronkowski.
is that no people thing for real?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
they're,
CDC set
Why are they gonna
those.
have it then?
Because
I know they're just
it's
acting,
still
but still.
wrestling, and it's the big deal, and
It's
it's
their
hard to
biggest
move
show.
on
My
from
grandpa
that.
would always say wrestling. I gotta go home and watch wrestling.
I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be weird watching WrestleMania with nobody there. It's weird watching the shows with nobody there. But hey, it's like, what if they sign a waiver saying that if they choose to go and they contract COVID-19, they cannot sue WWE for what may happen? Could they do that?
No.
Because no, at that point, it's not a law. It's a CDC thing.
Right.
They're not legal.
So have you seen any parts of SmackDown or Raw this past week?
Yes.
It was definitely
Yes,
a
I
different
have.
experience.
Okay, so you guys watch that all the
Yeah,
time?
I do.
Okay, we used to watch that here and there, and then we
Yeah,
started
it was
watching it again
weird.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to take it serious, but yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it was weird. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. But I do want to give credit and respect to those wrestlers who were on the show, because it's not easy to come from being in front of 20,000 people or so
To no one.
to no one and still put on an act as if, like they have.
Like, what's his name? Yes.
Daniel Bryan.
Actually, when you think about it, for the Daniel Bryans and the Seth Rollins, and for those who started wrestling at a young
Can't
age,
stand
in
Seth
the
Rollins.
super independent circuit, huh?
I can't stand Seth Rollins, but he's got dope music when he comes out. So
You can't stand Seth Rollins. The year he won the Royal Rumble, he came out in Houston Astros attire. Come on now.
I probably wasn't
Well,
watching it
Astros
then.
themed attire. He didn't come out in the jersey.
Probably wasn't watching it then. Like
This
I said,
was
we
like
watched it a couple years ago.
This was last year.
Well, yes, I wasn't watching it last year.
Yeah, this was last year. But those that started off wrestling in the gyms, like my friend Nelson, who does pro on the independent circuit here in Missouri, in the gyms, there should be more people there. But it's like, when you factor in the starting at that level, this isn't anything new to them. It might be fun. It's like, okay, so we just in here wrestling. We just in here old school. We ain't doing this for nobody.
The old
We
school
just in here-
wrestling was fun to watch, though. Back, like we used to have the WWE app and just watch the old wrestling videos. Like it was so fun.
Undertaker was on Raw.
Right.
I think he's bringing back the badass gimmick.
He had that look to him.
He had that hat and the braid. Is this the American badass gimmick?
He might as well.
Oh snap!
If Brandon and Sammy were down here, I could.
He gonna roll
like
in
a month or so
on the
ago, there's
motorcycle.
someone that came back. He had like back surgery or whatever.
Edge.
Yeah, he came back.
Whew,
That
man.
was kind of cool. That was a cool
Yeah, it
little
was.
entrance and whatnot.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I almost shed a tear when I watched it because I saw his face. I was like,
Regardless,
oh,
watching
man.
people do what they love and
You
having
think you
fun
know
with
me?
it.
Like
It's
when I
fun.
heard that, I was like, yeah, I know you lying. I was like, oh my god.
You know what? Now I think about it, we haven't discussed wrestling in a long time on this
Because
show.
it's
Since I've been watching you guys'
Whack.
show, I don't think I've seen any
We haven't.
wrestling.
because
Like-
for a
like-
minute,
like back
wrestling
then-
was whack.
Yeah.
It's really not a lot to talk about now.
And
Because AEW, I think, pulled
we
the
had
plug on
we
this.
had our own little segment. We had a Raw, SmackDown,
Hey,
everything. We had a whole segment for wrestling.
COVID-19 killed AEW.
You think so?
Yeah, because they're not doing any more shows. In WWE, they were supposed to be in St. Louis April 8th. They called that off. So they're not doing any more shows. Because it's like, okay, so we're wrestling for the fans. The fans aren't here. They're basically taking the LeBron approach to it. Because I didn't see AEW on last Wednesday, did you?
No.
Yeah, if they don't got a crowd, they
and
can't
if
do
it
it.
was on, there was like a tape in the episode.
Let me tell you something. everybody thought that AEW was gonna be the thing to overtake WWE, but let me tell you
You're
something.
gonna take time for that.
I don't even think they're gonna be able to do it now. This COVID done killed it, and where everybody else will drop off, WWE was like, "Hold on, Playboy,
Uh-oh.
we don't need your arenas.
Uh-oh.
We got."
Uh-oh.
Oh dear
Uh-oh.
God.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
No. No. Oh dear God.
All right, and on the line we have former wrestler. Now he's just chilling, making babies. Got T-Bone Funk from Orlando, Florida. How you doing, T-Bone?
You know, it's just a regular day around here.
Right.
Nothing going on in the world.
Nothing at
Just a
all.
regular Wednesday.
I did just hear something that was very, very incorrect, sir. AEW's on live right now. What are you talking about?
Oh,
They are live right now.
They were on live last week, too.
So they're doing shows with no people?
Well, same as the WWE, but actually, I gotta say, from watching Raw and SmackDown at the Performance Center to watching where AEW is doing their show at right now, I don't know how many AEW shows you've seen, but there's a venue in Jacksonville, which is their home base, that's owned by the Khan family. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically an amphitheater. That's where they're at right now. No crowd, but unlike the WWE, they put some of the wrestlers out there, you know, kind of around ringside. So
No.
I actually looked at it, and their presentation is, I gotta say, it's like 100 times better than what you've seen on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh dear.
So what are your overall thoughts over the last few months of AEW? Are they making more noise than they have before?
I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I was the one who kind of told you all about that, like probably 6-7 months before it even became a thing. But I mean, the shows. Look, the fans who like the newer type stuff are probably really going to like it. I mean, they've been doing pretty well in the ratings compared to NXT, but
Right.
you know, they're doing something that is decent. I mean, if you were to ask me to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 7.
That's respectable, right there.
That's a good rating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of kicking out of every finishing move 5 times in a match on a TV show that's weekly, because at some point you have to ask yourself, okay, well, how do you top this? So that's just a thing for me. Like, but I mean, if you're just go ahead.
When you say how can they top this, are you feeling like they've hit that ceiling right now? Right now, at least.
No. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it as in, you know, if you just look at wrestling generation over generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just think about, like, in 1988, what was Hulk Hogan's finishing move?
The leg drop. Well, the power
Leg
slam and
drop, right? Now in 88, 89, a leg drop, the scorpion deathlock with a sharpshooter. You know, you had the elbow drop off the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
Then you advance into the 90s and you get to more power bombs and diamond cutters, stone cold stunners. And then you get a little bit later in there to where now you've got the luchadors and there's a bunch of flips and you got 450 splashes and all these different type things. And now everybody in the main events pretty much does dives in every match. So, you know, then you got like people like Adam Page in AEW who does a moonsault off the top rope onto the floor in pretty much every match. It's like, okay, what are guys going to be doing in 5 years from now? That's what I mean as far as topping themselves.
So basically, like, leave something for, you know, for the future. You know, don't give all your best moves out right away.
Well, I mean, for me, it's a matter of safety. Like, if you just think about it, like in the 80s, 90s, if Jake Roberts or Arn Anderson or somebody like that hit a DDT, the match was over. There was no need to make the DDT from a finishing move to, oh, well, we're just going to hit the move in the match and we're just going to keep going for, like, you know, another 5-10 minutes like nothing happened, you know? there's no reason to do more because at some point it's like, okay, if I have a kid and the kid is watching this, you want the kid to understand, hey, this is dangerous. This hurts. At a certain point, if you're just doing so many moves in a match and nothing is mattering, then you're just telling everybody nothing hurts.
Mm-hmm. That ain't really. It's not really selling.
Yeah. Oh, I watched the pay-per-view that AEW had, and they had a match where somebody got jumped before the match, got put on a table outside the ring on the floor, and somebody went and did a 630 splash, so a 450, but with an extra rotation. They did a 630 splash from the top rope down to the table that's on the floor, and that was before the match started. It's like, well, what are we doing?
Do you think they're trying too hard?
It's not just them though. I mean, NXT is notorious for having matches that where they're just kicking out of finishers over and over. It's a more of a trend of like younger people, and kind of how you were talking about. A lot of these guys came from the indies when you were talking about like Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan and all that stuff. Well, again, a lot of guys, especially guys who were up in like the Northeast or down in Southern California,
or here in the Midwest at Dynamo Pro.
Well, not so much.
Not so much.
And I'm not talking bad about. I'm not talking about bad about Dynamo Pro, but I'm saying that a lot of those guys kind of grew up in the Northeast, and they want to do those matches where they do everything, and they're trying to capture attention because if you're up in that area, there's a lot of attention that goes to those indies. Like down here in Florida, at the time when I was doing it, that was right before the time where WWE had moved had moved their performance center to Orlando, right? So there was indies here, but we weren't getting the attention that everybody was getting, like in the Northeast or Pro Wrestling Guerrilla down in Southern California.
So, with that being said, I know that you are working on a project. Are you able to further elaborate on it, or is it still pretty much under wraps? I know you got some big things going down.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to project anything right now because with all these normal days going on, we don't know how many of these normal days we're going to be having over the next so many months. So hopefully that'll be resolved by August 8th and 9th.
I think the term that you're looking for without any copyright infringement is happy days.
What are your thoughts on the 2-night WrestleMania event hosted by Rob Gronkowski?
What's funny is I wish I would have sent you the text that I sent to someone else a few days ago, where when I was watching, it was either Raw or SmackDown, I said, after watching this, they probably need to push this up. They need to probably make WrestleMania a 2-night event because I don't know how you're going to have this event for that many hours coming from the Performance Center because the Performance Center just lacks a certain energy.
Right.
And I think it could just be the building, maybe just itself. And again, the Performance Center is a really good place if you're training and learning and all that stuff. But the building is just not. It just doesn't have the energy to it. That's why I said if you all get a chance to turn over to check out the replay of Dynamite, AEW Dynamite on TNT. If you get a chance, just kind of look at that and just compare that to what you've seen with Raw and SmackDown. Which when I watched this tonight, I'm like, man, the WWE should have just went ahead and kept it in Raymond James Stadium and just did it without people. But
the reason they couldn't do that is because at that point that was Tampa laws and stuff about the big stadium.
That's why they couldn't do it with people.
I mean, well, that's a big bill for nobody.
Well,
they're gonna have pyro still.
Just a whole lot of pyro going off. What's going on? They having the show.
Or they could have switched it and just done it at the arenas that they were going to do any of the other events, and maybe switch it from being a Sunday night to being a Saturday night. because they already had other arenas booked for the Hall of Fame for NXT Takeover. They could have just switched it and said, "Hey, WrestleMania is going to be on Saturday this year." And for anybody who didn't know and they tuned in on Sunday, well, they're available on the WWE Network either way.
For $9.99.
Right. T-Bone, what's been the vibe, man, around your area with the happy days going on right now?
Well, earlier my life was risked when I was sent to the store over such essentials as brownie mix and goldfish crackers. But
why you sound like that movie Bird Box when the young went to the store to get some food and stuff.
Yeah, I was my life was risked over those essentials. But when I was driving to the store, I saw on the sidewalk by me, I saw that there was a couple that was walking, and I saw a guy coming the opposite way on the sidewalk, and I said, "Oh, this is a good experiment on this social distance." And I was like, "Let me see what happens here." And as the couple was approaching the other guy walking, that other guy went about 5 feet over into the grass as they were passing. And I said, "Okay,
wow,
this is really working out."
Wow.
And then I went into Walmart, and there was no social distancing inside of that store.
Were there any toilet paper?
Oh, if I didn't live right by this Walmart and this was my first time going in there, I would have thought, "Oh, I see that they're still building this store and getting it ready," because there was absolutely nothing on this shelf. No boxes contained in the boxes of toilet paper. Like, it was just empty. Like, you could just see the wires. The rack.
Shout out to my mother-in-law. She hooked us up. She brought some toilet paper over on Saturday, and then before that she had some ordered, so we just got that yesterday, so we're set for a little bit.
so it's pretty much the same out here. You ever going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We went to Schnucks last week, and I just stayed in the cars. I figured it'd be pointless, but I was like, "Brendan, we should probably just try to see if we can get toilet paper. We're running low. Let's see if this is legit, what people are saying on social media." And he went in there, and so there was another couple that went in there, and they're like, "What the heck, man? It's all gone. Like, all of it was gone." Like, we went on Sunday to go grocery shopping, and like, pretty much all the meat was gone, and one of the workers said, "I give it an hour before it's all gone." So, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy out there.
So, once again, we all know sports is not going to be around for a minute, but on the bright side, could this be a blessing in disguise for teams like the Lakers when you got LeBron, who's had miles and miles on his tires? So when they do, if they resume, it'll be better for the playoffs. Same thing with Kawhi.
Well, first of all, Kawhi ain't got miles on the damn thing. Load management. So
I don't watch basketball, but I only know him from last year, so let's just say
management.
that.
And nothing changed.
Okay. I know him because of that shot at the buzzer.
Oh, that super shot?
Yeah. Take about 5 minutes to go down.
He's still out here doing load management.
That's whenever I learned his name, and then I watched him in the playoffs, and that was that. So that's how I know him.
I feel like LeBron was going to be good regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, but even more now because he got that rest, the extra 2-3 months rest.
He needs it. I feel like he needs it. Like I said, same thing with football. I don't watch basketball as much as I do with baseball and hockey, but even I mentioned him last time, if he's watching, Brett, he loves LeBron James, and he was even admitting, you can tell he's slowing down a little bit.
Right.
And you can see it, even just as a casual fan. You can tell he's slowing down a little bit, so this rest is probably really good for him.
So going to hockey.
I don't know about the athletes.
Oh, say it again, D-Ball.
I don't know about the athletes, but I think that there's going to be some sports leagues that are going to have some bigger problems because, depending on how long this goes, because I know everybody keeps saying that happy days are here for about 2 to 3 weeks, but, I don't know. But if you think about it, like, basketball season is kind of in the middle right now, right?
Right.
Not
they're way past the middle.
Towards the back end.
They're right there at the finish line.
People are clinching spots in playoffs right now. Well, they were.
Yeah,
right.
but But you know what I mean? Like, they're towards the back end of their season. It's not complete. You got the NHL towards the back end of their season, not complete. Baseball season was supposed to start in about 2 weeks. What happens if, you know, everything clears up, let's say somewhere in the middle of August, something like that? If they decide to resume their seasons, unless they just decide to just throw the whole season out, you would basically have baseball season, football season for both NCAA and NFL. You'd have the NBA, the NHL, basically all going at the exact same time.
I think you could rule out college because at that point that plays into like within academic school years and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like college, it's sad to say, but for those seniors, I feel like that dance just got canceled. There's no post.
Oh no, I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking about NCAA football.
Oh, football. Hey, if all that's going on, then we finna have a hell of a show for some weeks. Shoot, we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Right.
But I think that you'll wind up having some conflicts because all these teams, or not teams, all these leagues are basically signed with roughly, for the most part, with probably the exception of NHL, they're all pretty much signed to the same network as far as getting coverage. So what gets priority? You know what I mean?
Well, you know, collegiate football that they have Saturday lockdown, so there's that. They have Saturday day lockdown with probably 1 or 2 games at night.
But here's the thing. With baseball, let's say the baseball season starts back up in late June or July. You're going to have a lot of doubleheaders.
Manfred, I saw that he still thinks we have 162 games.
Hell no.
There's no
outside of having
way.
a lot of doubleheaders, hell no. And
Every
then,
weekend
and then you would have to
doubleheaders.
expand the rosters too.
Games in December.
Yeah, like literally you.
They would cut down the season. The question is, how much would they cut it down? Would they cut it down to half?
Well,
Anthony Rizzo would get his dream. A couple years ago, he said he wants the regular season to be shortened. Well, you're probably gonna get it now.
So here's what's gonna happen. Whenever they reinstate the sports, I feel like whatever day that is, you start the schedule on whatever, like on that date, whoever you're playing.
So like for example, like
say if the Cardinals had a 3-game series against.
So this is the thing, like so team. We play everyone in our division 19 times. 19 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So is that just I think that's too much regardless to be playing one single team a year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we just I don't know, like I'm trying to think for
you
example.
You just start from there and you go.
And I'm only going to say this
October.
just because I said me and Brendan wanted to go to Kansas City. So we were going to go to watch a Royals game versus the Diamondbacks. We just want to see baseball. We don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That was on June 30th. June 30th. That's the first game of the year for the Royals against the Diamondbacks. Then you just head on from there.
Yep. Do it like what they did those years where they had the shutout. With the the NBA season, what was it, like 66 games instead of? I remember they didn't play the full season.
Right.
Like do it like how they did with the NBA. Yeah, they started on Christmas Day and they just went from there.
I mean, that'd probably be the best thing to do, honestly. You know, I mean, like instead of trying to like reconstruct how the schedule's going to be,
because that's going to be
it's just going to be different.
That's going to be mentally exhausting. So just whatever date they say, hey, all sports are back. Whoever you playing on that date, go to wherever you got to be, get your practice in, start.
So baseball, you could do that. Baseball, you could do that because they haven't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey and basketball, because they're pretty much in the same stage right now of where they're at in the season. Brendan told me today, I can't remember exactly what the players said, but the players said that they wanted to have, after this whole situation is taken care of, have like a short training camp, then resume games, then have playoffs, and then start the training camp for have like free agency in October, and then start training camp in November, and have opening night in November.
I would love to say, for the sake of time with the NBA, depending on where this season resumes, switch playoff format. Because ain't no way we finna sit
Yeah,
through
but then
7 games.
You kind of cheapen everything, which I know this is like special circumstances for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, because like, okay, so, because that's what I was going to say. Like right now, let's say everything pretty much gets resolved by May, right? You would still have, what would you do with the games that's remaining? Do you say, okay, hey, we're just going to give everybody an additional, we're going to play, 10 games or so, and then, hey, that's going to be the end. We're going to start the playoffs here. Do you take the playoffs and say, all right, we're just going to do like, three game series,
So
then we get to the finals?
Wait, are you saying a 3-game series or the first to win 3 games in the series?
No. I'm saying, like, if
Best
you're
of
taking
5.
the season that you have now, like, how many games do you give everybody left? Because you're not. It would be real difficult to continue going on and say, all right, well, we're just going to start the season at however many games we have left and play that out, and then play the playoffs. Because basically, you would wind up taking yourself to right around the time that the season's about to start again.
So when you said the whole 10-game thing, I thought that was a great idea. But when you started talking about the playoffs, that's why I just wanted to make sure that I had the clarification. When you said the 10 games, I feel like that's a great idea.
So for the NBA, how many games are left in the year? Like,
It's around less than 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably about the same for hockey.
Yeah,
And I think hockey players are saying, let's have a legit, like, training camp to let us get back in shape and then finish out the year. I think it's maybe 15 games left. But there's a lot of teams that are within a point, between 1 and 5 points. That's easily teams can come back and make it into the playoffs, So, like, you either do what the players want to do or start the season or start the playoffs where we're at now and fans and all the players and leagues be mad at you. Or you can just say it's a wash and none of this matters, which I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, they're not going to do that because then the players are going to be mad and the fans are going to be mad.
So there's 2 where the players and the fans will be mad, and what the
Then
players
there's
want to
one
do
where
is
the players
probably the
are-
most logical thing to do. It's just going to be weird watching. I mean, as Blues fans, we watched the Stanley Cup Finals until June last year, so if we made it back there, it would be maybe watching it into July. July, August. Lots of stress and lots of beer drinking, but
Here's
I mean, it'd be fine.
here's what no, that'll be too much. Well, hell, they don't have no choice. So
My declaration.
the whole training camp thing, that's
That's just with hockey, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what NHL players want, and I understand it because with NHL players, you gotta get your legs going and whatnot. Like, I know obviously.
if you want to get your legs, you're gonna get the.
I mean, it should be the case for all of them. Basketball players too, and even baseball players. There should be some sort of small spring training thing for them to do. But is every single league gonna do that?
And that's assuming, like, if this was like a 2-week thing, maybe not. But yeah, like if this winds up going, like the way that I'm thinking, where this winds up going into, May at the earliest, yeah, they need something to at least, even if it's just 5 days, something where they can get themselves back into things.
So I brought up earlier about how the virus could benefit guys like LeBron. Let's talk about hockey. How could that benefit the Blues? Having all that time off.
We've had injuries nonstop all year long.
Exactly.
Senko is coming back up regardless, but getting some extra rest is not going to hurt his shoulder, so.
And whoever had knick-knack injuries, by the time they resume, you talking about a team's going to be very ready to go.
And maybe this will help people like Perron, like he had a
Right.
great start
Reset.
to the year.
He needed a reset.
And then after the All-Star break, he hasn't been that great. So hopefully, it's like you said, it's a reset for him. And just people like that, even O'Reilly, like he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been as good as he was last year. Just refresh everything and get going again. And then by time it's, I don't know if they actually do play those 15 games, and then by the time you get into the playoffs, hopefully it'd be something like it was last year. Everything just clicks.
And shouts out to all the players, all organizations who have contributed money for all those employees who work at arenas and stadiums, etc. Because we know at this time it's not easy for bars, restaurants, who all has been affected. All the small businesses, people who are trying to get married and can't have full all-out weddings. This virus has really
Maybe
taken
that's
a
the
toll.
sign. Maybe that ain't who you supposed to be with.
Stop it.
Petty Stanton. Petty Stanton.
All right.
That's karma for your ass.
Maybe God trying to tell you something.
So a little shout out to First Form. It's a little supplement superstore / First Form. It's a place that's really big in South County. They're the owner of them. He helped with the Blues, trying to get them some money for all their workers or whatever. So that was really cool. And then was it Zion?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was the only player to do something like that, but I just thought that was cool.
Sure, a
since
player
he was
of
a
his
rookie.
age, definitely.
Yeah, he's a rookie. That's awesome. And then Major League Baseball, every team contributed $1 million. So
Yeah.
that's awesome because
You-
summertime comes around, and that's
I
what
feel
these
bad
people.
Say it again, T-Bone.
What I feel bad for, on top of people who are really going through something, I feel bad for all the families who saved up their hard-earned money over the past so many years to think that they were going to come and stay at a Disney World resort. Those people, I feel bad for them, and it's hard for me to feel bad for them, but I do feel bad for them in this scenario. All those people who spent all that money, and not just to come to Disney, but if you thought, okay, well, we'll just go to our backup plan and go to Universal, but that's everybody's backup plan.
Nope.
But they're closed too. So yeah, back to your original question about the vibe in Orlando. Man, tourists, anybody who thought they were going to come down here, although if you did just want to come down to see the scenery, you could fly down to Orlando for $30 on Frontier Airlines right now. But
Small plug.
yeah.
Bro, I'm finna buy my ticket.
I know, like last week it was like Vegas, $15. Let's go. Like, I'd be down, but I don't know.
You're talking about a risk, boy.
Yeah, but if no one's
I
gonna be
was
on the
supposed to be
plane,
going to Vegas in May.
And T-Bone, I was actually going to make plans to come down to Orlando next month as well.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, the parks are closed till March 31st. But like I said, I would expect that, if these happy days are only going to get happier until they get less happy.
That's our cuz.
Oh, no. Oh, dear God, no.
All right,
Fuck
T-Bone.
Cubs,
How's your family doing, man?
I thought you saw Cubs on my phone.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm actually getting the cue that I need to go take care of something.
There you
But, you know how that goes.
Yep.
Anyway, hope y'all stay safe out there and enjoy everything not sports for the
All these happy days.
Happy days out here again.
Hey, all right. Fonz them jump the sharks. I need these happy days to end.
All right, man. Oh, I think did you post something in regards to your wife, like a photo shoot that she did or something? I'm like, look at T-Bone's wife doing big things.
She's doing a lot with photography and styling.
Yeah.
So any pictures, anytime you see me share those links, those are her blogs, her pictures, her styling. It's all her, 100% her.
And then
I just noticed.
And then like what the Miz and Morrison say, be jealous.
Dear
Yeah,
God.
she's doing that, and I don't think she'll be taking any new clients anytime soon. But
The
she
Rona.
got a lot of stuff, a lot of content to fill.
Tenderona.
The Rona.
All right, man. Well, T-Bone, you be safe out there, man, and good talking to you. Have a good one, bro.
All right, y'all.
All right. I look forward to the documentary on the coronavirus on National Geographic or whatever they play.
National Geographic.
And then I look forward to the BET version. The Rona.
And the Netflix version.
Oh, dear
be a
God.
documentary.
All right,
COVID-19.
so we're gonna have a little fun. Once again, this is the platform
Real
Sports
quick,
Talk Show. Yeah.
My cousin Jay, he's the Orioles fan from the last time I was on.
Yeah.
All right, first he said, "Are you the only one drinking to me?" Show Jay that you guys are actually drinking, please.
There we go.
I told him you guys were drinking the harder stuff, so
yes, we
that's
got,
that.
we got that Steelhouse going, that apple crisp whiskey in effect. Matter of fact, bam, there you go. Looking
I
like
keep forgetting I got a cut on my lip.
looking like either gasoline or paint, one or two.
Paint thinner. Damn, bro.
That
We done went
Gerald
through this.
stuff. Okay, and then he was the one that said, "Bet that the Orioles don't finish last," or whatever. You know, he was the one.
He might
show.
win that bet now.
Well, he said, also, the O's can't finish last in the AL East if they don't play.
Right.
And then he said, try to build a pyramid during the show. So I got 4 over here. So
Oh
far,
yeah,
but-
let's show off your Stanley Cup
Oh.
replica. Got to. Oof. There it is.
Yeah, Stanley. Lord Stanley.
She has kissed that at least 17 times.
Yes,
since
she
we've been
has.
here.
Just today, yeah, but it's been a lot more than that. A lot of people have kissed this bad boy. Not gonna lie.
The Rona.
But yeah, we had a little summer tour for
All
that,
right,
guys.
so
So
that,
it's
that
nice.
mean I got to go ahead and partake. Here, let me go ahead and get the trophy. My first time holding Lord Stanley.
Lord Stanley.
Oh, this
hoist
is
it,
how it feels.
hoist it.
There it is. We got it. We got it. Ah. I don't know if Stanley gonna do it, but I'm gonna see.
At least hoist it. At least hoist it.
Right.
Hey, right now
Oh, this feels weird.
we're the current Stanley Cup winner, and it's gonna be it for now. So there ain't no more hockey.
And then when we come back, we gonna do it again.
Back to back.
There it is.
Back to back.
With it, can we really call that back? It'll be back to back with an.
If we
asterisk.
actually
Exactly.
finish the year, yeah,
Right.
it just
Back
be
to back.
extended.
So with sports away right now, what are some activities that you've seen online or you've seen in person or whatever that you wouldn't mind seeing, that you wouldn't mind seeing as being a sport on ESPN or Fox or any kind of sports network? To me,
Volleyball.
I've seen a few things.
What?
Volleyball.
What's that?
Y'all don't know what volleyball is?
Explain to the
I heard that
people.
for my life.
Take Sam.
Thanks, Stanley. Be careful with them. Be careful.
You got it?
Oh, it's heavy. Oh,
It's so heavy. It's so
I didn't
heavy.
check to see if he was prepared.
Hold on. There we go. Whew. I was scared for a second.
All right, so I just learned about volleyball last Friday. Imagine yourself in a racquetball room.
I had a funny gonna say that.
Okay, that's when they're like enclosed. Okay, I know what you're talking about. All right.
Imagine yourself in a. Wow. 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 I listened to that on Saturday.
the cut, though, man.
I listened to it on Saturday. It was only right. So imagine racquetball and volleyball had a love child.
So instead of that tiny ball, you like doing the volleyball?
You're playing with a volleyball. You're basically playing the game of volleyball, except you can hit the ball off of the wall, and you can hit the ball on your side as many times as you want. Just one player can't touch it twice consecutively.
So like volleyball.
Yeah, it's like volleyball, except, because I was in there playing. I was like, up 3 touches, we're done. Oh, no, it keeps going. Like, 3 times. After 3, it has to go back over. But you just keep going. It's really cool.
Wait,
I
you
was-
actually did this?
Yeah, I did it last Friday for my friend's birthday. That was one of his birthday activities. He decided to be fit for his birthday.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hell, I'll do it. So, we did that. It was pretty cool. So I think volleyball could definitely be a professional sport. I don't know how you're going to get the cameras in that small-ass room.
Small ones.
The small one.
The ones like,
The real small one that they attach on the wall. You know, like the little, what's the thing? Little
GoPros?
Yeah,
Let me-
GoPros, yeah.
Let me tell you. No, I'm talking about like broadcast coverage.
Yeah.
So let me tell you how weird that would be. They would have to put that in a cage or something because you can bounce it off of the walls.
I mean, but think about like the baseball, the home plate cam and first base cam they used to have back in the day.
I don't know why they don't have that anymore.
Right.
Like, why
'Cause
can't you
people
put
kept
that on the
stepping
foul
on it.
line and tell when a ball is fair or foul?
Right.
I don't understand why we have these umpires trying to review this crap.
Right.
You know what?
This is 2020.
That's a great idea. They have cameras along the.
Right.
They used to, and they used to have these
It makes-
dope
it makes
ones
too
that
much
look
sense,
right
Joe.
up at the
They
batter.
still have the television camera on the foul lines, right?
Yep.
But like the umpires don't use that for the
Determine
in-game.
the foul or fair.
With
Yeah.
the whole freaking like bring the whole bag out like a
Yeah,
football
they need to
game.
do that like how NBA does it in NFL. Use every camera at your discretion.
So I have a couple of these.
All right.
Okay. One I told you guys earlier is growing up we'd always make teams out of our baseball cards, all the positions. You get you get a closer, you get a reliever, and then like I said, if for fun, if you have a manager and a mascot card, go ahead and throw them in there too. If you even want to have a team picture, throw them in there too. But you use dice, and we used to keep stats and everything. And like Brendan said, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. So, but yeah, you just roll the dice. Like
It's
a 1-1
Dugouts and diamonds.
is a home run. And then like if it equals up to 10, that's a double. 4, I think, is a single. And then 12 is a triple. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. But I was thinking about this, and then Jay texted me too. So we went on a trip to Tampa a couple years ago. And we made a game up called Disc Valley. So volleyball, but with a frisbee. Sand volleyball. So freaking fun, okay? Like, we stood up till like 2 o'clock in the morning playing this in Tampa. It's so fun. You work your ass off. You sweat your ass off. Okay, but you use a frisbee. And you're like diving in like weird, awkward positions trying to catch this damn thing.
Your body strength has to be for that?
What do you mean?
Like, if you're diving
I am
for
not
a frisbee, catch
physical.
it while in air, catch it, throw it back.
Well, you don't have to like
Keep
catch it
yourself-
and throw it right away.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
no. You're not like catching it mid dive and throwing it.
I'm like,
No.
I'm like, that is extreme athleticism. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And Jay said this too. We were drunk as fuck doing this. Okay, like literally it was like pitch black
So
by
it's
the
like
water
ultimate
doing
frisbee
this.
and volleyball put together.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
Oh,
it
that
was
sounds
so
I'd
fun though.
watch that.
We got a place up here called Furby Lanes, and they have a sand volleyball place, and you can do that. It's so much fun. But yeah, you're just diving over the place, getting sand all over you, and just throwing this frisbee. And then like in Florida, it's like perfect temperature, but by the water, it's kind of breezy. So the freaking frisbee's just, it's so much fun. And then I guess also another one was our my bachelorette party, and then Brendan's bachelor party showed up there too. There's this place out here called Epic Six.
I don't think that's how that's supposed to work out. I think they're supposed to do the
At the end, I was 19.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I was 19 whenever we had our party.
I want him here.
No, I didn't care.
and she was probably drinking. I'm pretty sure we can talk about it now.
I didn't care if we were there or
Yeah.
not.
Dang.
This is a year old. This is
know.
our second
Yeah,
time
like
watching
it's
this
going on
game.
right now.
First of all, the majority of this, we were upstairs.
Listen. So, anyways, at the end of the night, this is our last
Too,
stop.
when he almost got hit in the face. I saw your reaction. I was like,
That was the first rerun, though.
It was the one we were down here. He was sitting right there. He was like, oh. I'm like,
Anyways, laser tags, super fun. I would watch some people
why is that?
on a video game playing some laser tag because that
On a
is
video
so
game playing
not
laser
video
tag?
game,
I
a
was about to
TV
be like,
show, a sport.
damn,
As a
so-
sport, I'd play a video game like
you gonna
that too,
put
though.
You're gonna make laser tag a video game
Why not?
because you can go somewhere and play it in real life.
What's the difference of watching people play Call of Duty than watching them play laser tag? They're shooting guns at people,
Oh yeah, because in Call of Duty, it's a bullet.
and this is a laser.
It's not like a deadly laser; it's a light beam.
Oh, in a video game, you can make it a deadly laser.
Right.
Oh dear God!
If you touch him, he just melts.
Entrepreneur, and
No,
it's a lightsaber
I
and a
guarantee
gun.
you- I guarantee you, somebody's gonna see that, be like, I can make that, and then make like a real life laser gun. Pew!
It's what a stormtrooper has, pretty much, except they would hit you. All right, Freddie.
So I was listening to 101 ESPN, and they had a guest on the show who is part of a shin kicking
I've
contest.
seen this. How is this even a
Let's
thing?
go. I'm with it. It's so many people. I want to sign up for that. I want to kick them in their shins.
Where was this at? I don't remember. It was in
have-
Canada somewhere. It was like Ontario or something.
yeah.
Of course.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see
The
that.
nicest people in the world doing shin kicking.
Right.
I mean, hey, if that's alternative to murder, okay.
All right, yeah.
His
Just aggressive shin kicks.
That, and then
Do you get to wear shin guards? Like, is there any form of
No,
protection?
they said
Oh, this is
they
just
said they
raw
put
kicking.
something on their shins. I can't remember.
it had to be something.
It was something very light.
It couldn't be like just bare naked.
I'm about to say,
shit.
'cause
Yeah.
could you imagine just the man who only goes to the gym and does leg day,
Right.
signing up,
Only for one reason.
Look, hey, if they come up with that leg day every day, will be the best shin kicker ever.
Man,
I'm breaking shins every time.
the next one that would be interesting to see on ESPN.
Wait. You know what that just made me think of?
What?
You remember that man that was kicking down banana trees?
Yeah.
Banana tree kicking? Oh my goodness. Get some good.
You would watch that on TV?
Get some
All right,
good.
all right,
Did you
so-
see the video?
Stan. Okay. So Stan, let's picture us watching, like, doing a live broadcast. Do the play-by-play of that.
He can't do it. He can't.
All right, somebody give me a name. Somebody give me a name. I'm gonna Tony Romo the hell out of this.
Oscar.
Need a last name.
Oscar Jones.
As long as you ain't say Tavares, I was gonna be like, oh.
Oh no! I want this.
I don't put nothing past you, Smooth.
Damn.
So his name was Oscar Jones.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Oscar Jones coming up to this banana tree. Now let's take a look at his last round. If you notice here, he delivered most of his kicks to the middle of the tree. Now that's a risky technique because, you know, the middle is where it's the thickest. A lot of people like to deliver their kicks to the bottom or towards the top because it's the weakest. But no, he delivers right in the middle. And as you look here, not this kick, wait for it. This kick right here, this is where he split his shin. And so if you notice, he's going in with it wrapped up because it's very tender. So I just want to see his kick approach. He might go with the roundhouse. He might go straight dagger. We don't know. Let's watch. And then Tony Romo will be like, oh, you see the stance right here?
Right.
He's going straight dagger. Here we go. Oh, there he is. Dagger. Got it. There it is. Yep, he's still going. Yep, you think he's going to stop? I don't think he's going to stop. All right, up and the tree is down. Hey, Smooth. If a tree falls and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? He'll probably say something weird like that.
And there goes play-by-play of the shin kicking contest.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing off limits here.
No, it ain't.
If there was a better way to visually see paint drying, I'd make that fun.
I've always said though.
We've got bead 1 and bead 2. Oh, the bead is rolling. The bead is rolling. You know, with the bead in a constant roll, it has no ability to dry. But this bead is just staying right here. Anything. Well, maybe not anything. But you know.
All right, so my
Wait,
second
Joe
one.
was gonna say something.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead,
was
Joe.
just gonna say before he kept going was I'm so dang patriotic. Okay, I freaking love America. I don't care how much crazy crap goes on. I always said I would watch an Olympic sport of Americans watching paint dry or something, and I'll cheer them on. I would do that. I watch Americans do anything if it's like an Olympic sport.
Let's go! Let's go! Break your concentration! Don't break your concentration! You got this!
Come on, Charcoal Gray, let's go, baby.
Hey, real quick,
Let's go, C4
shouts
Green.
out to our coworker Judith
Judy.
Rogers, Juju.
What up?
She watching right now. She just joined in. Shouts out
Judy.
to you. I know she like. I hope I can work from home by Friday.
Hopefully we leave
Right.
tomorrow with some gear.
Yeah, so everything is good on my end and others. So y'all should be. The next wave should be good to go. Hopefully by Friday. My next sport, I would say, is how many times have you seen on Facebook or whatever those slap contests?
Oh my gosh! All right, hey, you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, slap bet. I like when the Marshall's like coming in slow.
Slaps giving.
He just comes in and comes in. Oh my gosh! And he keeps going and going, and then the episode ends, and the next episode begins
With the slap.
He had like 6 or 7. I don't know.
It was
funniest-
it was supposed to be 5 slaps.
Yeah, but he messed
And
up,
he-
or he took off the ducky tie or something.
And then he spanned him out like overtime or something.
Yep.
Oh, you're talking about like toward the end. Yeah. The originals like slaps giving
Oh yeah, slaps giving and stuff.
Oh,
Whenever
man.
like
when he tried to pass the slap around.
when Robin and Ted and all of them, they even got crap. Why can I not think of Lily when they got her dad in on it too?
Slap commissioner.
Yeah, trying to like slap him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that would be interesting sports to watch.
Hey,
I would laugh my ass off.
Commentate the hell out of that.
Here we go.
All right, so we've
We got Mike. And we got
Here it is.
We got Andrew.
we've got. All right, I need a last name for Mike.
You got Mike Jones.
Yeah, Mike.
Who? I'm sorry. Who?
Oh my god.
Okay. All right, so we've got Mike Bear Paw Jones. And what was the other name? What was it, Steve?
Andrew. Andrew
Jones.
Andrew
you keep giving Jones.
Heavy Hand Jones.
No, Andrew Gorilla Hand Johnson.
Miller.
Andrew Gorilla Hand Miller. Gorilla Hand Man Miller.
Oh, I'm crying.
Andrew can't feel my fingers, Miller.
Yo, hold on.
so late.
Wait. Yo, you know who they need to get if they do that? I just want to see. I personally, because I feel like it'll be funny as
Please
hell.
don't say Jason Pierre-Paul.
That's why I don't put nothing past you. Because damn. Wow.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
He don't know.
4.
3? He lost 2 fingers, right?
Ooh, I forgot. No, it was just a.
Oh, I could have sworn he lost these 2 because
hey,
it
I
was a
don't know.
firework.
Oh no, I'm at the holler at him.
So I would love to see Bob Menery and Tony Baker do commentary on the slap competition.
Oh yeah.
Bob Menery here along with Tony Baker. That would be priceless.
I want to hear Gus Johnson or Kevin Harlan do it.
Oh, he throws the hammer down
Right.
hard. They showed the dunk where he said LeBron James with no regard for human life. And when you see the dunk that he said it on, that really wasn't appropriate. Granted, the Jason Terry dunk hadn't happened yet.
Right.
Y'all remember when LeBron killed a man in Boston and got away with it? Mm-hmm. The man's name was Jason Terry.
And who was that on the call again?
It was an ABC game.
Mike Tirico. James.
Was it prime time? Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was on back when he was doing games for ABC and ESPN.
And a technical foul.
And a technical foul on LeBron James for taunting. Please take away taunting. Like let them do their thing, man.
No, man, because they be getting out of hand.
I love it.
Look, let me
that
tell you
a foul in
something.
football
It's
too?
so much. It's so much.
Is that a
stuff.
foul in football too, or is that
Taunting,
unsportsmanlike?
yeah.
Unsportsmanlike
See,
Is that what they call
it's
it?
It's like anytime you do something right in front of the player's face,
That's
it's
not-
taunting.
that's
but
not
but
sports.
like if you do that same thing, but the player ain't looking towards you and you facing somewhere else, then you can do your thing. But it can't be no face to face, and then you taunt. You know.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not sportsmanlike.
Well, yeah, I always said like playing football or hockey, where these people just like get up in their face, or like in hockey they're checking you on the board and they just keep pushing you down with their stick. I'd be so mad. I could not play games like that. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. Baseball, that stuff doesn't happen. So,
Right.
but yeah, like basketball and football.
Trying to keep you
and-
down and keep pressing you down like
Yeah.
you said with the
Just do it the hell
stick.
out of me. I couldn't do that.
And like I told you a while back when we went, we had our commercial shoot outside the Enterprise Center, and I went to the game. It was so cool seeing those old school classic jerseys, the retro. It was so cool seeing it in person.
I know she's my best friend, but she's technically my niece. She was there, and yeah, she said it was awesome
Yeah.
just seeing that on the ice. Like I just love watching those games on TV and the little commercial the Blues put together for the
And
advertisement.
then being there too, like they had the scoreboard looking like how it
Yeah,
would
like,
be in
playing the 90s video game
right,
and stuff,
Right,
yeah.
it was very very cool.
They go all into it, man.
Speaking of the commercial shoot,
Oh man, hey, it's coming. Shouts out to Marina
Soon.
Renaissance. She is doing her thing. We should be done. She should be done doing the final, the final hands-on, getting things together, editing this, etc. very soon. But it's gonna be the dopest commercial shoot in regards to St. Louis sports that you will see. St. Louis, you will be proud of this video. And for those who are not in the St. Louis area, this will make you want to come to the Lou to experience a sporting event. That's how dope the commercial is going to. Right.
No sports.
But that's
But
how
when
dope
it's back,
it's going to be, though. I'm telling you, it's sick.
Looking at your Instagram/Facebook story, it looks like you guys hit all the cool, sports spots and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we were everywhere.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
And that down by Ballpark Village looks pretty dope.
Man,
Oh, yeah,
it's nice.
it's really nice.
It looks totally different now.
Yeah, like that St. Louis sign, the STL sign, that looks so cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so stupid to say just an STL sign looks cool, but
I mean,
I want to go down there to
it's
see it.
there's not a lot
cool.
of places here where there's a big ass Cardinal logo.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So
awesome.
for it to be,
Well, it's even like for people like my cousin Sammy, my cousin Jay, they don't really necessarily like the Cardinals. I want to say they hate them, but they don't like them. I think they would still be okay with going to take a picture by an STL sign because it's
They've
not
also
just
got a
a
regulation
Cardinals
infield.
logo; it's a STL sign. You know what I'm saying? It's
Say it
St. Louis.
again.
they've got a regulation infield right outside of the stadium, right past the STL sign,
Yeah.
where the stage is, right in that area. They've got a regulation size infield.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's cool. I know back a couple years ago they had I don't know, not really an infield, but
Right,
something kind of like
right,
it back then.
right.
So it looks like they updated it from your guys' pictures.
I just
And
wish they would put like a wall section out there.
right.
Oh my god! I remember when back in the Jewish league.
Wait, what?
Oh, you've never heard the stories about my Jewish league?
All right, hold on. Talk about it. I'm gonna listen to while I'm going to the bathroom because I got feet.
Keep it real on the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Back in my younger days, I would play in this league, and it was put on by the Jewish Community Center. And every baseball season, there would be a game for us to actually go out and walk the perimeter of the field. And what we would do is we would always like throw ourselves into the wall, thinking that we were good enough to actually get over that wall. Let me tell you something. That wall is tall as hell in person. You got to have hops for that thing. So we would always throw ourselves at the wall, imitating Jim Edmonds and everybody else that was going for the catches and stuff. So we would always just try to emulate and imitate that in hopes that one day we would get there. I don't know if any of us got there, but, it was fun. And so that was something I always loved about Busch Stadium. I got to see behind the scenes. We got to walk past the dugout. It was something really cool. And then afterwards, we got to actually stay and watch the game, which was also cool. Of course, we had nosebleed seats, but hey, I didn't care. I was there for the love of the game, and then I understood all the crap that goes down, and I'm like, oh, dear God, we are trash. When you think about it, we are not that good.
Let's see here. B. Baker, he has a comment here. There were talks of having charity games to stay in shape before the season resumes. So I'm pretty sure you're talking about probably basketball.
I've seen Jack Flaherty and I can't remember who else, but they said that they want to try to do like Sandlot games. Some type of charity thing, to make some money for people. And then also, I guess, it wouldn't be super competitive to be in shape, but it'd still be something.
Jay Marty has the cheers to the two beer mugs together cheering, I guess. Then he says the stock market is my new fantasy sport. And then they made paintball a video game. Interesting.
Jay's, he used to be, I don't know if he still is or not, but he used to be really into paintballing. So that'd be kind of cool.
Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. We out here in the Boondock. Shouts out to the Bova Counties. Out here doing our thing. Great time. Great backdrop that we have here. Very sports oriented. This has been a very cool experience. We had a late start time due to some technical difficulties, but we made it happen. It's been a fun show. Your boy Smooth along with
Stand, baby.
and
Jobo.
Joe sound like a regular on this show?
You know, talking
She
on the
sound like a
phone,
regular.
talking on the phone, and
Yeah.
then being there with Brendan at your house. I think that started to make me,
Yeah.
calm down a little bit. And I don't know if it's just because it's our house or not, but I feel cozy. I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah. Or it could be her cozy new hoodie that she has.
Nah.
Oh, it is really cozy. Let me
It's a
tell
good
you, it's so
material.
soft inside.
She gonna be at work falling asleep. Oh, this
Yeah.
All right, so do we have a congrats? You were right.
Me, because I told y'all Tom wasn't staying with the Patriots. I told y'all he was gone. Now, the team I picked, I was way the hell off. But I still called it.
All right. Did you have
Did I
anything,
think it was
Joe?
truly going to happen? No, not at all.
Did anybody say anything that they were actually right about it?
Not that I could think of, no.
Yeah, Stan. You definitely said Tom Brady. He gone. So he gone.
I feel like I've been trying to say that for the last couple of years. It just never happened. It was wishful thinking.
I was just saying gone for the team. I think you was saying gone.
And then there was there's a big New England fan that I know that she didn't take it too well about Brady leaving. But the thing is, like, the Patriots didn't even offer him anything.
Well,
You
no.
What you gonna say?
Rob, look, they said if he wanted to stay, they had already had that talk. They knew he was leaving. That's why Rob said if he wanted to stay, they would offer it to him. But they were offering 25. That was their offer. And
So do you feel he was wrong to want more after everything he done for the organization?
um,
The man gave him 6 rings, right? Or 7?
but you know they don't do contracts off of past work. They do contracts off of your
You
performance.
sure about that? Because that's pretty much how, a lot of these like Bryce Harper, he
Yeah, that's how a lot of
got
stuff
13 years
happens.
because of what he did in the past.
Or like Chris Davis with the
No,
Orioles. He had really good years, and
The
he's been
season
trash ever
before.
since.
They always go off of the season before. Like when your contracts.
Not
about-
all.
I mean, think about it. Let's look at all the situations. One that really, really hurt my heart because he's my favorite running back of all time. Steven Jackson's last year.
Oh, yeah.
They just talked about that on 101 today. They're talking about what was your most hurt the most trade
right.
or free agent signing
Oh, Steven left.
in all sports in St.
I
Louis,
cried.
and Steven Jackson was. I forgot we even had it.
cried when that happened. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Well,
bro?
I was talking to Brendan today about the whole Tom Brady thing, and the best I can compare it to is Albert Pujols. Listen. He was a Pat his entire life. Pujols was a Cardinal his entire life. They were by far the best in the game at what they did. And then they're going to change teams, and I guarantee you it's going to be different.
Oh, yeah.
They're always going to be they're both Hall of Famers. They're both going to put up the numbers, but they're not going to do what they did. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't take the exit where the exit would have been appropriate. Albert, how many years was he playing back in 11? Like how many years had it been?
I think it was 10 years, 11 years, right?
All right, so 10,
Something
11
like
years,
that.
you're not going to retire, so that's different.
Pretty much we had the best 10 years of his career.
You look at his stats. His Angels stats are still good,
But they're not Cardinal stats.
but they're not.
They're
Pujols'
not
Cardinal
Albert
stats were unbelievable. You look at them and you wouldn't believe it.
He was always batting
It's-
330 plus, 120.
It's like looking at
RBIs.
Mike Trout's stats right now
I was
with the
just
Angels.
about to say, you got to think about it.
Albert
There's-
Pujols was Mike Trout with the Cardinals, and then he went to the Angels, and now he's just like
It's because he doesn't have to be-
who's a really good player in baseball that no one knows about. Like that's what Albert Pujols is now. He still puts up the 20 homers, 80 to 90 RBIs, and he still hits 250 to 300 every single year.
I wouldn't say he's a player nobody knows about.
He still knows him because he had great years with us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like he's going to be known. But I
But
feel,
now he's in Los Angeles. No one watches Mike Trout because where he's at. So no one's gonna watch Albert Pujols.
people watch Mike Trout. If they didn't watch Mike Trout, they
Listen.
wouldn't say he's the greatest baseball player right
Listen, unless
You
you,
gotta watch
had
him to say
unless
that.
you had MLB TV
Right.
to watch all the games
You
every
don't
single
watch him on
day,
TV.
and you're a dedicated baseball fan, and you'll stay up till 9 o'clock to watch the first pitch of the game,
Well, that's here. on
you're
this
not
side.
going to. But that's like that all over the place, though.
And the East Coast.
Yeah, the East Coast, like, and the West Coast.
East Coast don't give a damn about nobody but the Yankees.
West Coast
And
is
the
going to
Red Sox.
watch Cody Bellinger and now Mookie Betts and Clayton Kershaw. No one watches Mike Trout. No one gets excited to go on TV. Like, I seen Sports Illustrated. They did these covers for, like, it had, like, Javi Baez and Tim Anderson for Chicago. And I can't remember who else, but, like, they had, who was it? It was Los Angeles. It was probably Mookie Betts. And then who was the Angels player they used? Not Mike Trout. They used Shohei Ohtani.
Hey,
Why are you
hey,
using Ohtani?
Because
Mike Trout is the best player in the game. Why are you not trying to like make his his face bigger? Like
Because
he's the face of baseball.
at the time, Ohtani was the hot name, putting asses in seats.
His name was big 3 years ago when he was big. He's been
Damn,
on
that was three. Damn, that was 3 years.
He's been 2 or 3 years ago. He's been on the IL, and he has not played.
I think it's. This.
I know my baseball standard.
No,
She said, "Don't try me."
That was in 18 because I was on the show. I wasn't talking about it before that.
So 2 years ago, two
Well,
or 3 years
yeah,
ago.
Technically one season.
He played 1 year and then he was hurt for half a year, and he only did. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's the next Babe Ruth. He can pitch and hit."
Yeah,
Don't-
this year would have been his
This
third
year would have been that year. This is there a comeback player of the year?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this
that's the
year
thing.
he would have got.
I put that down, but last year he hit. Last
I mean,
year he
this
hit,
year he
so-
would have got it though, because his stats last year. Granted, he didn't play a majority of the season last year.
Yeah.
Why are we still saying? Yeah, last
All I'm
year.
saying
Yeah,
is
this weird.
Mike Trout should have been on the
Calendar-wise.
Sports Illustrated, not Ohtani.
Right.
Ohtani is not the best player on that team.
MLB doesn't market its players.
And now they got Anthony Rendon. So why didn't you put Anthony Rendon on there? Anthony Rendon, I'd have him 10 times over Ohtani. I'm just saying, MLB doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to marketing. Same thing when I made that Twitter post. MLB hasn't been doing the right things for years.
Does Manfred need to go?
I think so. Ever since he came into the picture, he's been trash. Like this whole new playoff platform.
Yeah.
What is that? Well, who knows what's gonna happen because we
Right.
don't know when baseball's resuming. But he's trash. I can't stand him. No one can stand him.
Is this your leader? I'm going to pin 2 Cardinal greats, leadership style. Albert Pujols or Yadier Molina?
Okay, so now refresh my memory real quick with how this "who's your leader" thing goes.
So
between
so it's pretty much, who do you feel, if you are down the trenches, who would you want to be that guy to lead you to the promised land, to the finish line? Who would you follow more? Not in regards to who's the better player, but
Okay,
just
Molina.
as an actual leader.
Molina. He's shown up his managers. He's went to front offices and saying, "Hey, I want this person on my team." He has the fire. He doesn't care if fans boo him or throw stuff at him. He doesn't care.
I think
He
he'll care.
he talks trash back to them on social media.
Oh yeah.
Yachty is the GOAT. I've
Yachty
said
be
it
talking
plenty of
big.
times on the show. Yachty, besides maybe Ozzie Smith, is the mayor of this city when it comes to sports. Yachty all the way.
Freeze. I'm sorry, but like when you say the mayor of the city, they're probably gonna give that to David Freeze only because of that one game. It sucks, but you know. Oh yeah, Yachty's cool, but David Freeze.
Hold on, hold on.
championship.
If you're gonna go that route, then Patty Maroon, the big rig.
Pat Maroon.
Okay.
Does that count?
Okay.
Because he's like gone.
Right.
They didn't even sign him back. They
Jay
didn't
said
even. Sign.
people don't stay up to watch the Angels, but everyone knows Mike Trout.
Yeah,
I guarantee if you go up on the street to a random person and show them a picture of Mike Trout, they're not gonna know who he is. You can go up and show them a picture of LeBron, they're gonna know who LeBron James is.
well, you know.
Tom Brady, they're gonna know who Tom Brady is. It probably has to do with Mike Trout has been in one playoff series, 3 games.
So-
And that's it.
They don't know who
so-
Mike Trout is.
So if you see,
Did Trout get the cover of MLB one year?
no.
Really?
So if you
Nope.
see,
Damn.
not yet anyway.
Y'all sure?
Trust me, I know.
But Stanton is, or not Stanton, Judge.
Right,
and Javier
Judge
Baez.
and Bryce Harper.
And Bryce Harper.
Hey, to be fair, Judge is a freakishly athletic.
But he always
baseball
gets
player.
injured.
He's hurt constantly.
Yes.
That's because
along
of
with
his
Mike
freakish
Stanton.
athleticism.
Along with Mike Stanton, that's the liquor.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm like, uh-oh.
It should get him more.
show up Jay on beer.
Oh, there it is. I'm like, it's a good thing. She's
Uh-oh,
home.
Stone Cold Steve Austin over here.
Oh God! Hey, speaking of Stone Cold,
No, the stools hurt my
my
foot, man.
God, that was hard to watch Monday.
It was.
That
So
was
I don't know
hard
what you
to
guys are talking
watch.
about.
Monday was 3/16 day, so it was March 16th. So they brought him in for 3/16, and so it's just weird. The stunners, he's not truly. There's no true contact in wrestling anymore. So he's out here fake kicking and then dropping people with the stunner. He kicked poor Byron Saxton square in the nuts.
Sure did.
On accident. You heard, but oh,
Yeah.
like that was real. He was like, oh, and then he just got stunned, and it's like, all right, bro, I'm just gonna lay here. It's just, and the Street Profits didn't deserve that.
So,
Look what my brother sent me. He loves Tom Brady.
oh Lord.
TB12 baby, let's
Oh
go.
my God.
If
I'm
y'all
telling
would have
you.
saw what we just saw.
Oh my God.
It's Tom Brady
Hey.
as Miley Cyrus on the Wrecking Ball
So-
video. He loves
All
Tom
right.
Brady.
I got a Who's Your Leader? Because this is really something they're going to have to deal with in Tampa coming up soon. Who's your leader? Tom Brady or Jameis Crab Legs Winston?
That ain't even no question.
Hey, that's going to be a question for them.
Because James going to be gone. So he already he's already looking for a new team. I think he didn't
I
sign.
think he knew that the minute.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Tom. All right, yeah, I need a new
But
team.
nah, I'm gonna always say Tom Brady. That's just, it is what it is. Jameis doesn't have anything to stand on in regards to leadership right now.
Let's eat a W today.
I mean, he can give a fire speech. I will say that.
No, he
But
can't.
but
He ate-
but
he
his
ate his
actions have to be
fingers.
louder than his words.
He ate his fingers.
like Drew Brees, he'll talk a great speech, but then he'll back it up with
Hey,
a great touchdown season.
Hey, okay,
Oh, what you gonna say?
speech wise,
What you gonna
to
say?
rile up the locker room, who would you rather have in your locker room to get you ready for a championship game?
He's the, or continue.
Drew Brees
Oh Lord, what are you gonna say?
or Ray Lewis? You gotta think about it, cause you got your heart beating in your chest.
That's a great question.
And then Drew Brees talking to his kids. You see that, boys? You see what happens when you put your mind
Just
to
from
it?
the videos I've seen this past playoffs, Drew Brees. Because I don't remember what Ray Lewis was doing. When was the last time he played?
Like 3 years ago.
All right, see, I don't remember.
4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Time go by so fast now.
Yeah, it does.
Man, it's like 2020. Golly.
It doesn't even sound right. 2020.
Right. Man, who would I say? I'm gonna still give it to Ray Lewis because he be saying stuff that, like, you get amped, but then you think about life. You know what I'm saying?
then they got you thinking, like, am I doing
man,
like
you know
right?
what? I'm gonna go home and be a better father to my kids.
Let me call my kids.
I'm gonna go out to the community and like shovel some snow.
Son, I know I ain't seen you in about 12 years, but damn it, I love you. And I'm proud to be your father.
I'm gonna go home and like rake the leaves or something.
I'm going to go home, clean the damn gutters.
You know,
and I ain't got no business
If
on
there's
that.
someone about a certain speech, it just makes you see beyond the game.
Yeah,
Drew Brees was about the game. Ray Lewis was about more than that.
just the game and life in general.
Yeah,
Make
you know,
think.
it-
I don't like that, though. I don't like thinking about
Right,
life
Drew
and getting
Brees
it all in
was
my
about the game
head.
of football. Ray Lewis was about the game.
He's about
Wait, what was the name of that player who they had him mic'd up and something happened? He's like, don't ask me how I'm feeling. I'm in pain. I'm hurt.
All right, let's see here. Boom, 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 boom,
I
boom.
do not feel good.
All right, so bro, you're tripping. Mine is going to be. Albert Pujols, before he retires, will win one more World Series.
No, you're not
You
tripping.
tripping.
No, he's not tripping.
No, you
Because
tripping.
his last season, he's coming back home.
Listen, first
He's
off,
coming back home last
he
season.
can't.
Yes, he can.
He's got like 10 years of service time with the Angels after he's
He
done
retires.
playing. So,
damn.
you tripping, Stan, okay?
That's
listen.
Forgot all about that.
Fred's tripping because
He's sad.
the Angels have a good lineup, a very good lineup. They have a mediocre rotation. Pitching wins games. Pitching and defense. With that pitching staff, they're not going to win the World Series. Unless they spend money on pitchers. I know they tried to with Garrett Cole, but they didn't succeed, so.
Garrett Cole. Ha.
I got his autograph over there, by the way.
Where?
On a ticket when
Get
he
it.
was with the Pirates.
Get it,
We got
get
Lance
it, get it for us.
McCullers.
Get it for us, if you can.
All right, hold on.
If you got like take any nails out and stuff, screws.
Hold up.
Oh, she got the baseballs. There we go.
Oh, she's grabbing everything.
She got to proof of some asterisks.
Ooh, this might be a little dusty. Garrett Cole.
No.
Garrett Cole.
Oh, you disrespectful for having him sign a Cardinals ticket.
Right.
He was a Pirates pitcher. He was
That's disrespectful.
being nice to the fans.
Personally, to me, that's
Alex
disrespectful.
Reyes.
There's only one team I hate more than the Cubs, and that's the Pirates.
Let me see here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Whoop. There we go, peoples. You can't see the
Dear
handwriting
Lord.
too good, but there you go. Alex Reyes.
We got Lance McCullers. He'll be back in the rotation this year, hopefully.
go.
If we have baseball.
Bam.
And this is actually an official Major League Baseball, so it's
Yeah.
real. Who is this one?
Lance McCullers Jr. And this one is Dallas Keuchel.
Oh. One of the best beards in the game.
Oh, no way.
Beard gang.
And the last one I have up there is when I told Brennan I loved him for the first time. That's how I told him.
Oh.
I threw him a baseball and I had it on there.
Look at Stan's face.
He's like, oh, I wrote it on there. We played catch. And I threw the ball once and he's seen it right away, so it kind of ruined it. But yeah.
And for those who didn't watch the show when
Oh,
they
I'm
came
sorry.
to
Black
the getaway.
markers on the
Right. For those who didn't watch the show when they came to the getaway, tell everyone real quick, how did y'all meet?
Facebook, social media,
No, you
but
gotta be more specific.
I will. Pretty much, I added Brendan. He asked who I was. I told him we had mutual friends in common. And then we were chit-chatting on Facebook Messenger. And then eventually I was like, my phone's draining. Here's my number. I'm going to need you to text me. And we've been together over 7 years. We married for over 5. And we've been in this house for over 5. So stop laughing. I found true love, Stanton. I want to be.
Every time you tell the story about how you all exchange numbers, that's the funniest thing. Because I did something like that, and I was like, hey, this app messing up. Text me. And I got a phone call. I was like, oh.
It's real.
And here
Who
we
calls
are.
people anymore? It's all texting.
And here we
It's
are.
Snapchat.
So
I didn't even know what Snapchat was until I met Brendan.
So for the people watching,
Oh, dear God. Snapchat is a conundrum.
for the people watching, let everyone know, was your phone battery really dying?
Honestly, it was over 7 years ago, but I'm gonna go with no. Probably not. I probably just want.
Anymore.
I probably just wanted to
Shit, that's
text
a lie.
him.
No,
But
no,
he did
no
make me
one's-
work for it at the beginning. He would never text me first. I would have to text him first. He was playing hard to get.
Hey, sometimes guys need to know if you really want them or not.
But we're still going strong, so I guess it worked out.
That's what's up, man. Shouts out to love. All right,
Love
do you have a bro you tripping?
on the platform.
No, mine's the idiot of the week. I can't say, bro, you tripping.
All right.
It's like the same thing, but yeah.
All right, so. Nah, that ain't it.
No.
All right.
Because I don't believe it's going to happen, but that's more of a what if.
All right. Idiot of the week, Joe.
All you idiots acting like it's the apocalypse happening.
Uh-oh.
Why are you buying all the damn food and bread and milk and toilet paper? Have y'all never wiped your asses before? Have you ever washed your hands before? Have you?
Hey, if
Do you wash your hands?
Oh yeah, all the
I
time.
witnessed it, and I witnessed you washing your hands.
20 seconds. I got it twice.
You guys are like,
Yeah,
We're like,
extra loud.
Do it again. One more time.
I ain't
just
gonna lie.
saying.
Smooth that video you posted on Facebook. I don't think that was 20
Yeah.
seconds.
What is the worst bathroom?
wait
I
a
see that. I see
minute.
that. I see
Because
that.
technically, I washed my hands before the video, but I want to go ahead and do it
You're
again.
like, you know what?
you
I'm
know.
gonna teach people.
I don't care if you
something.
gonna do it for the video. You gotta do it like you do it in real life.
But regardless,
You gotta practice like you perform.
Right.
I'm just saying, these people there's elderlies out there that are trying to buy this stuff just regularly, and you're over there freaking like I've seen videos of people fighting over toilet paper.
Right.
Hey man, that 2-ply quilted northern is something to fight about. I wouldn't know. I use Charmin.
Or like I told you the other day, buy some dude wipes. Jay, you know what I'm talking about because I heard of it because of you. Dude wipes. It's like wet wipes for boys. Get it. There you
Why
go.
don't you just get the
It's wet wipes for boys. For men. Sorry, for
just
men.
Get a flushable wipe. It's just a wipe.
What?
You know, like he was like wipes for dudes. I was like, because
I'm just saying it's.
because
I don't
what the
know.
other wipes
I don't
do?
know what's special about it. Go to the website, but they got underwear and all this other stuff for guys.
it's probably scented, which I'm sorry, I'm not really gonna.
What if it smells manly?
Okay, so cool.
On to the next.
Yeah, we're just gonna have that comment.
By the way, Jay said Brendan loves him more, which I doubt, but
He loves who?
Jay said Brendan loves him more.
again.
All these guys saying Brendan loves him more.
I'm like, dear Lord. All right.
What about
yeah.
you guys?
I don't.
Idiot of the week.
Wasn't a lot of sports to happen for people to be stupid.
Yeah, mine was sports related, just life in general.
Yeah, I really don't have a.
Can we talk about something for a second?
Go ahead.
The Simpsons.
Okay.
Do you guys not see that they like somehow predicted this crap?
They've been predicting a whole lot of stuff.
Because of The Simpsons, I believe in time traveling.
Damn.
listen,
Bruh,
listen,
you
listen.
tripping. I know. I know this ain't the segment.
Hey,
You tripping.
listen.
Tripping.
Sam, there's a video out there. There's a video out there of these people proving these damn things. Back in like before I was born in '93.
Tie your shoelaces together and try to take a walk. You tripping.
Make you feel old, Fred. Before I was born in '93.
Oh my God. When I wasn't young, boy.
Anyways, they were saying this crap was going to happen.
Tevin Campbell, shouts out to you, man. He got tears coming.
I know he's crying. What the hell?
What's going on with him?
Why did this topic so on? Oh, what? Did you really just Tevin Campbell?
He's literally crying right now.
He's
I
crying.
don't know why that just
He's
caught me.
crying,
That was
people.
just so funny. I don't know what just happened. It's like, what? It's like out of all the things.
Listen, let me finish my story. Stop crying.
Stop crying, Stanley.
Can't make no
Stop
promises,
crying on the podcast.
I'm just saying, there's a
make no
video out
promises.
there of these people proving this stuff. That back in the day, years before this stuff happened, The Simpsons had an episode about it. How else can you explain that?
It's the same thing about Trump. How they predicted Trump was gonna be the president.
That was one of them. You know, the whole Trump thing. They apparently, I literally watched the clip. It was Japan instead of China. That this guy sneezed inside this box and they showed a virus inside this box. And Homer was waiting for his shipment. And they opened up the box and the virus attacked him.
How funny is it that like Netflix and other streaming sources on the Fire Stick, like the first two movies that you see be like related to the virus, like they have Contained out, and also some other movie I forgot what it's called, but it's like related to the whole virus situation. I'm like, that's crazy.
There's a Spotify playlist right now about the coronavirus. And like the
Damn.
first songs are like Sicko Mode, Toxic, all kinds of songs. It's hilarious. I laugh my ass off.
Shout out to my brother DJ Homicide. For the past 2 days, he has been dropping Corona lockdown mixes.
Oh wow.
We are on day 3. I'm not sure if he dropped it yet.
He about to get used. He might get used to dropping a lot of mixtapes or whatever.
Hey, squad. We in the talks of podcasts, skits, projects, joint mixtapes. We dropping everything.
There it is.
Corona ain't stopping nothing but the rent.
Let me see here.
And all the other bills, cause shout out to everybody like
we're
not gonna
this
put
happening,
stuff
they're gonna say I don't have to pay a house payment for a month.
Man,
I ain't
Totally
gotta
fine
pay
with
my
that.
phone bill. I'm pretty sure insurance is still be like, nah, you gotta pay us, bro. What
now
else?
they did say that even though they're holding back on payments, they're saying still make that payment because, let's say after 60 days, the insurance company or whatever bill that you got to pay may actually still add that month on to when you finally have to pay.
Oh, that's petty.
So just be mindful of that. Don't think that, okay, because you get 60 days of not paying, that you're going to still be paying this one,
Go to shopping spree or something.
$100 for your, no, it's going to be $400 because of those 2 months together.
I did see something today though that they're trying to like pass a bill to where the
Everyone
government's
gets
gonna
money.
give you
Yeah.
money back or whatever.
Like a stimulus
Like
paycheck.
$1,000
Yeah.
check, like what every?
It's like per household. So like if I didn't make $65K a year, I will get 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing for Brendan.
Well, too bad y'all you can't get it then. I know y'all making a lot of money here. Sorry.
I can get it.
I don't know about that. But I don't know about
I
that.
can get it. I can get it and have room
And
to spare.
is that combined or one person?
So a friend I was talking to, it sounded like it was just one person.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't get your hopes up.
The report said that they're trying to do 2 checks.
Right.
And then like if you have a kid or something, it might be like $1,500. Might be like $500 per child you have.
So stand by the claim one right now. that boy mine. All right, but
the pappy.
I'm the baby daddy.
Ask the pappy. Anybody would ask, see that is my son. Somebody put Life on Netflix, please.
Right. Idiot of the week to me, the people who keep on saying, in regards to this whole virus stuff, oh, it's real now. It's been real for the last couple months since it happened back in
How long
China.
ago did it happen? I don't even
Right,
remember how long ago
like back
it
in
was.
December.
I don't think when they say real in that sense.
Oh, it's real. You know,
I think they mean,
like for instance, that they hear Kevin Durant got it. Oh, it's real now.
Yeah, and the athlete gets it, and so now it's
Hey,
real.
right.
No.
Let me tell you something. When I heard Kevin Durant got it, I was like, damn.
I mean, but what about Rudy Gobert and
Okay, Rudy did it to his damn self. And
Listen,
and
I don't
Donovan
think him
was just
touching
the-
microphones gave it to him. He had it
He
already.
already had
before
it.
that. He was just being stupid.
and he spread it around.
But I'm not like afraid of the virus just because it's pretty much the flu plus like a strand. I don't know what that means.
Weed.
It's a flu in there,
What?
son.
I'm just playing. She said strand. And I said weed. She's like, what?
anyways, listen. Listen though.
Staying like real cool right now.
Linda, listen, okay?
I hope you're
It's-
talking to him because I ain't say nothing. I'm just like,
Exactly. Your look is like.
what I say earlier, I don't put nothing past you.
I don't like saying that I'm not afraid of the virus because I had the flu 2 years in a row, and the second year was worse than the first year. It was miserable. But some of these people aren't even having symptoms, for one. The thing I'm scared / nervous about is how people are acting. They're acting like idiots and like it's the end of the world. That's the only thing that really scares me. I got my BB gun though, so.
Right, that thing. Shit, hey, if
fuck with her.
if me and Stanley went outside right now with that thing, it'd probably be some problem.
Nothing past you.
Hey, shouts out to everyone watching this show right now. Mimi Brown,
I don't put
Shouts out to you.
damn thing past you.
shouts out to you.
That brother done said it. If we go outside, what's bad is I started, but I ain't saying it out loud. I was like, I can't carry that. Ooh-wee.
Like, Joe, you hold this for us. Just shoot that thing right
Yo, you do it. You gotta handle that.
Oh, man. All right. This has been a fun show. We just kind of just doing our thing. And sometimes you got to with not a lot of, not any sports going on at all right now outside of
Not much to talk about.
2 corner baseball replays. And
The same game.
Right, the same exact game 2 times in a row. But anyway, we having a good time. We're about to go ahead and wrap this up. Do we have a... What if?
I do. I gotta go find it. Where'd it go?
You have a what if while he's looking for his, Joe?
Not on the top of my head, no.
Mine is going to be, what if they resume baseball and the
I would cry.
and the Astros win the World Series?
And I would cry again. Pure happiness. I would cry pure happiness because baseball resumed. And I would cry even more pure happiness tears because the Astros won. And the rest of the baseball world could get over it. You know what I don't like? I don't know if it was that video you tagged me in of MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Don't be hitting Michael Brantley. He wasn't on the team. Don't be hitting Diaz. Don't be hitting Jordan.
He's guilty by association.
You got the jersey on. You a target.
Don't be hitting people that weren't on the team that year.
Everybody got to pay for it. It's a hazing.
And this is what I don't like. I haven't said this on the show before. You got people like Colin McHugh, Joe Musgrove, Ken Giles. 2-3 years later saying, yeah, we were wrong. We shouldn't have done that. Why are they not getting
Persecuted.
just as much as the hitters are? They were on the team. They're pitchers. They knew what was going on. So why are they not getting hated just as much as the hitters are?
Because
That blows my mind.
Because
They could have said something. They're Major League Baseball players. They're grown-ass men. Why did they not say anything?
Because this is just the outside point of view. I feel it's because the Altuves and the Bregmans and the Carlos Barreas aren't taking accountability like the Ken Giles, like the McHughes. That's the reason why.
Correa did.
I don't know. He was, it was like after he
Correa said it like after when they were in the clubhouse in that Ken Rosenthal interview.
Right.
He said, "Yeah, we were in the wrong. We did a bad thing."
All right. So what about Altuve and Bregman?
In the whatchamacallit,
Outside that press thing,
that press conference was trash, and I
yeah.
said that before. That was
Yeah.
trash, and that was just I don't know what they call them, just like the social media person, whatever.
Right.
They made him say that. But when they all went in the clubhouse, every single one of those guys, besides Josh Reddick, said they were in the wrong. They all came out and said that. But they just want to get past it, and they just want to play baseball. And they'll take getting hit by pitches and getting booed. They don't care. Astros, baby.
Astros.
Let's go. Hopefully we get to see any baseball, honestly,
Did you
though.
find your what if?
Yep.
All right.
What if Tom Brady takes the Bucks to the Super Bowl?
I won't be surprised.
Say that again?
What if Tom Brady takes the Bucks to the Super Bowl this year? Because he would only be able to do it this year in order to make more history.
So I got a question just because, like I said, I don't know much football. Do the Bucks have, like, a decent team? Like, do they have good receivers? Do they have a good running back?
They've got a good young center.
A good O-line?
Oh, real quick. I'm
They've
sorry.
got a good young center.
Shouts out to Jazoo Rice. He says he's laughing. He says, "Great show, guys. Thank you very much. Congratulations on your recent wedding and for a child on the way.
When did we?
Congrats to you and your wife." And Sadal says Ray Lewis will have you running the 2 walls like the Kool-Aid man.
He says that every time.
Yes, he does.
He says that every time. And it's true.
Yep.
Because he will.
He says, "I agree about the MLB sucks at marketing." And he said, "That's the player I was talking about." I think he was referring to something in football a while back, but we didn't catch it in time. But
What
yeah,
app are you on?
on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I think it's probably like off of my live. But yeah.
So the reason I asked that is because this year the Super Bowl is in Tampa.
Right.
And no home team has ever played in the Super Bowl.
It almost happened with Minnesota.
Eh.
Almost doesn't count though, like what B. Baker says. That's
I
how
just
it's
don't. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Tom Brady, like I said, he's good. We all cannot deny that, but I can't remember what Randy said this morning, but pretty much they're the losingest, if that's even a word,
Yeah.
team in all of sports history.
Oh, that's because they had Jameis Winston as a quarterback. I just feel like this season is going to be the season where you say, is Tom Brady truly the greatest of all time?
Is he truly elite?
Because when you look at it, all this GOAT conversation, when you bring up Mike, when Mike left Chicago, granted he was older, so I guess I can't use that one. But with LeBron, he went to Miami,
Well, I was gonna bring him up next.
balled
So
out at an excellent level, championships. Cleveland, only championship since Jim Brown, only one in Cavalier history. And then you got, and then he went to LA. And if this season comes back, and if they do it right, if this season, if the coronavirus didn't happen and the season didn't stop, I could sit here and safely say that I think LeBron would have got that chip in LA. I feel like he would have done it. So for the ability to leave teams and coaching staffs and different play styles and go and excel at a high level or at the highest level, that's what determines your GOAT status. So this is an important season for Tom Brady coming up, if it happens.
So I can't remember how many years ago it was. It was when LeBron was still with Cleveland, and that whole entire team was hurt. They're playing Golden State again in the finals.
15.
Okay, 15. And they made it to a game 7. Pretty much everyone on LeBron's back, and they still lost.
Oh no, that was 15, and that was game 6.
Okay, so either way, he made it far. Pretty much just himself.
Yeah.
No one else on the team did anything. Everyone was hurt. So if Brady made it to the finals, the Super Bowl, would he be considered the GOAT? I mean, he already is, but I mean, you're saying, to your what if.
If you can, because my biggest thing, I truly do not feel that Tom Brady would be as good. I don't think he would have those 6 rings if there was anybody there other than Belichick. He is a product.
No, I agree.
Belichick.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I'm just saying, you're saying, what if?
If he can get them to that point, and they're the losingest team, if he can turn it around that fast, what was the record last year? It wasn't good. Hold on, let me pull that up. But if he can turn that around, then I'll give Tom his credit, because he did it without Belichick and without the whole Patriot system.
It's kind of like in the Cubs in 2015.
Most importantly, he did it in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Dear God.
I was the Cubs in 2015 whenever we won, 100 games, the Pirates won 99 games, and the Cubs won 98 games. They weren't supposed to win that many games that year, but they made it that year, but they didn't win the whole thing. So might be the same thing with Tom Brady.
It's going to be a weird NFL season because there's so many different moves.
It's just going to be weird seeing Brady in a different jersey.
And I heard that the Buccaneers are getting a whole new set of jerseys too.
Oh my God!
Right. I always, like I said earlier, way earlier,
they do that
I always like their
every
jerseys.
time. They did that with LeBron going to the Lakers.
Yep.
They did that when LeBron left Cleveland.
Yep.
They did that when LeBron left. They went retro.
Had a whole new set of jerseys. Changed the freaking court. Add a new big old scoreboard.
Everything. No, they brought in the scoreboard when LeBron got back.
Yeah.
They brought when he came back. All right, big ass scoreboard time. Because before they had the little ugly one.
What the hell are we watching on TV right now?
I don't know.
Red Bull.
Hey,
they're
America though, I want to watch it.
Right. They're flying through some
airplanes
kind of
flying through checkpoints.
Right.
It's, Red Bull airplane.
It reminded me of that video game that used to be on. Golly, was that Dreamcast or something like that? They had something similar to that. You fly a plane through it.
So the Patriots were 12-4 last year, while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were
4-12.
Close. They were 7-9.
Oh.
So they were under Jeff Fisher. So
Jeff Fisher name drop.
7-9. So for them to turn it around and beat the other top teams that are probably going to stay the same in the NFC, We're talking Packers, Saints. I don't know who's gonna get it in the West this year, but if he can do that and get them to the Super Bowl, that's it. I'll give him his credit.
Football's one of those leagues where you can literally get one new player on a team. Basketball too, honestly. It just changes the whole outlook of the division.
Oh no, that's basketball. More importantly, that's any LeBron team.
Well, yeah, LeBron can go to any
last
league.
year, he walked into a crappy situation.
But I feel like football's the same thing. You know, like I guarantee the Buccaneers will be a winning team this year. They'll be over 500. I don't know where they're going to be in the playoffs or if they're
I
even
would
in
hope they'd be over 500 with Tom Brady as your quarterback. If you can't get over 500 with Tom as your quarterback, then maybe the problem.
Are you really into this commercial or
I am,
something?
because-
Okay, because he's like talking and then he stops and
No, I
stares.
was like maybe the problem.
And I gotta make a beer mid for J. Paul.
I forget what I was talking about. I'm ready to see.
All right, what's your what if, Frederick?
Dear Lord,
She
Who?
came with a government name.
Ooh, yep, them beers taking over.
First off, if you guys were paying attention earlier, I said that name multiple times
I mean,
today.
yeah.
But that's your name on
today,
work.
but not on camera. The most we got on
you know,
camera.
she has the right of
Smooth.
seeing me outside of this thing here.
I'm
It's
so
called
like,
the
all right,
Sports Talk Show.
as long as my government name just don't drop out here.
Mine's Joanne. I don't even like my name, but it's my grandma's name and my aunt's name. But I like Joe because Joanne's too girly.
My name is Stanton in real life.
That's like legit name. Oh yeah.
It's the middle name, but you know it's still a name.
What's your first name?
A name.
My name's really girly. Joanne Michelle.
Mm.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
They're like, yeah, she got a point.
My first name's after my grandma, my aunt, and my middle name's after my aunt. So, yeah.
My middle name is after my uncle.
Oh, my what if was already the Astro.
Oh, the Astros. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I think Stanton has to do one. If he
I just
has
did
one.
mine.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just did
So
his.
be
The
good
football.
then.
All right, all right.
Oh, that's the show.
So the last thing, of course, is the final say. So, Joe, anything that you want to say? Top of the dome, something positive, something negative, however you feel. Final say, it's yours.
Well, first, thank you for my dope hoodie.
You are
I
definitely
feel part
welcome.
of the crew.
We got to add Joe on a have a little Joe logo.
A
on
little Joe logo. Like in Fred's beard or something. I feel very welcomed. I love it. Thanks for coming out all the way out here to Jeffco. Out to the boondocks.
the Boondocks. Yeah, we made it to the Boondocks, y'all.
I was like, I'm here. No.
Thanks for hanging out.
Hey,
and,
I'm telling you, she has one hell of a hill, y'all. Hey, if it's snowing the ice outside, you ain't going nowhere.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
If you got a sled, you trying to.
Right, but it won't be attached to the car.
me and Jay have done that before. We tried taking a sled
One of the potholes will stop you.
sled down the hill on the ice. It didn't really work out that well. But
Where y'all end up at?
probably not that far, honestly, because we don't have like great sleds.
Little cheap ones. The
Shoot,
little
man.
plastic.
Either way, it didn't work out that well.
Ride down on the top of a trash can, top.
It has to be like one of those tin trash cans.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, but we do get stuck down there at the hill sometimes when we have to walk up.
That's when I would walk on the like yards and stuff, take the grass route.
There's one time, Jay, that we went to go see his house when he first got it,
Mhm.
and it was icy. And started to leave, couldn't leave, and then Windsor's a little further south. We had to park our car down there, and me and Brennan had to walk like 5 miles in ice, but it took us like 5 hours to get home in that. It was one of the worst days of my life. But it's a story, so
Definitely
whatever.
gotta have patience when you're out here, boy, and going to work.
Yeah.
40 minutes away or 30 minutes away from here.
40.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's a job, so
Yeah,
it's
you gotta-
whatever.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, so any more final say?
No, just thanks for coming out and being patient with your technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But we had a good time.
Yes, yeah, we did. Thanks for being great. Thanks for providing great hospitality.
Mhm.
Stan.
Hey guys, what's going on? You know, we here at the Platform Sports Talk Show are in a pretty tough spot when the one thing you discuss in every tier and facet is deciding to shut down. So we are gonna do our damnedest and our best to keep you entertained throughout this COVID-19 pandemic.
The Rona.
Wash your hands. And yeah, that's it. Matter of fact, I'm finna go wash my hands.
Hide your kids, hide your
Hide your kid, hide your wife. And just to add on to Stan, man, everyone, we know it's a hard time, but just do what you have to do, and also for your family. And just think that it's not just about you as well. You know, you may feel like, oh, because I'm younger or whatever, that my immune system can hold up. Even if I had a so-called, virus or whatever. But think about that person who's 60 years old and up who may not be able to handle that. So it's not just about you. Get out this mindset of it can happen to me, because it can happen to anybody. Look at what's going on with sports and everything. But as Stan said earlier, there's not a lot of sports going on, period, in regards to live. But we plan to continue to entertain and have a great time with great guests. Speaking of which, next week we will have former producer, current host from 101 ESPN, from Stalter and Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Joe, be prepared, because we're going to talk a lot of baseball with him. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have you back on next week as well. Mm-hmm. So be prepared for great conversation with Anthony Stalter. B. Baker will not be, as you saw, he was not on the show tonight. He will not be on next week, but he'll be back for our 3-year anniversary. Goes down in 2 weeks. So, B, thanks for everything that you have done, and continue to do what you do. And we will see you in a couple of weeks. Everyone else, thanks once again for tuning in. Out here in the Boondocks, we're about to go ahead and wrap things up. It's the Platform Sports Talk Show. Once again, next week, Anthony Stalter from 101 ESPN will join us. We're going to have a great time. We're going to hear his story and talk about a lot of St. Louis sports around here and other things as well. So, it's your boy Smooth and
Stan, baby.
And Joe Boat.
Because when it's about sports,
it becomes our business. And sometime soon, business is going to pick up again.
We out, y'all. Have a good one.
Wash your hands.
Keep on dodging that Rona.
Wash your hands.